Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, welcome to Sunday Night ESFL. We have an amazing card and show for you guys tonight. I am your play-by-play commentator for the night, Kingsley. And alongside me, we have two amazing guest commentators with us for the evening. And they're especially going to be fighting tonight. We have our guy, JasonTheHart and Mac Melly MMA join us in the booth. How are you doing today, guys?
I'm doing fantastic. I didn't know who you wanted me to, who you wanted to talk first, but I'm doing fantastic. Jason, how are you?
I'm doing good. I just want to let everyone on the stream know that, we have a good time on our streams. And a fun fact about that is Mac actually puked on one of our streams before. So you never know what's going to happen tonight. It was not foam. And doing well, doing really good. I think Mac is doing well right now, too. So there we go.
Yeah, absolutely, guys.
Absolutely. Expect the unexpected, especially since we have like 9 more to go throughout this whole broadcast. So you never know what's going to be happening. And speaking about what's happening tonight, guys, we have an amazing fight card. And as we take a look at this card right here, I see some 4 familiar names that are coming into the co-main and main event spot. But I'm going to start with you, Mac Malley. What fight are you looking forward to the most?
Because I'm selfish, mine. Okay? I'm sitting here, I'm ready to beat up Superfan. And that's it. So, and then second, I'm looking forward to Jason Hartley and PhilTheMMADude. We're looking to do a clean sweep for MMA on Point tonight. So
words have been thrown out, the challenge has been laid down. Jason, speaking from your own experience, what fight are you looking forward to most? If you're going to say your own, then that's totally fair. But all these fights look amazing right here.
Yeah, I'm actually really looking forward to seeing the homie Z fight, Zayef. He actually created our Discord for us. He was on board with us since the very beginning as we were kind of getting started on Twitch. So I'm really excited to see him do his thing. And also, I've heard a ton about Romero. And I know that he just fought on the Contender Series and it didn't really go his way. So I'm really excited to see him back in the game, right? So those are the two fights that I'm most excited about. Yeah.
Absolutely. These fights look incredible. I mean, from top to bottom, from our prelims to our main card to our co-main and main event fight, this is going to be an MMA Twitter show. Definitely don't want to miss, guys. So definitely be on the lookout ahead of this card. But speaking of this card, let's jump ahead to our first fight. Our first fight prelims. It will be J-Rob 420 versus Rennie XO. And Mac, can you tell me some information about Rennie XO, who's fighting in the blue corner?
I'm not seeing that thing I'm supposed to see. I'm sorry, guys. I'm blowing it.
No, it's totally fine. I'll help you out there. Rennie, he's number 17 ranked in the PS4 scene. He's patient, effective counter-striking, and prefers standing up. So understand that he's going to be a striking combatant when it comes to this fight. And then, Jason, we have J-Rob 420, who's making his debut, and he's a grappling specialist. So it should be an interesting style between striker and grappler in this matchup.
Oh, great. So who actually chose the weight class on this one? Because I understand that we kind of get to kind of debate it out, almost haggle who gets to be at what weight class. Who chose this weight class between this matchup?
I'm not sure. Hopefully the guys in the back will tell us as we get this first round going. As you see, Rennie in the blue gloves using Alistair Overeem and J-Rob using for Doom the yellow gloves in the red gloves in the yellow trunks. And so far, both guys try and take their time attacking the body, going low. A Superman punch tries to land out. And Mac, you have to think a little bit of a patience coming from both of these guys so far.
Yeah. And then here we already got a submission attempt going, the standing guillotine. This isn't what we'd expect if we saw this fight in real life. We're doomed in trouble here. And he escapes. And it's amazing to see the recovery Overeem has had since fighting last night. Already fighting again the very next night. It's pretty spectacular.
Yeah, so far,
he wants to get that performance bonus.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks like we got the kind of
go ahead, Jason.
Oh, my bad. I think there's a bit of delay. That's my bad. I'll just kind of wait a little bit longer in the future. But yeah, it looks like we're kind of just seeing it contested on the feet so far, minus that guillotine submission, which didn't get held on for too long, but it's a nice threat, mix things up. And yeah, here comes a single leg. Oh.
Ooh, nice counter kick.
Nice counter kick.
Great counter, but a nice body kick into the side of Overeem. And you can see there's a little bit over 2 minutes and 30 seconds left in this fight. Both guys are just taking their chances. And, ooh,
nice cartwheel kick.
Crazy cartwheel.
I gotta say, Brandon, you sound like you would actually be a commentator. You know?
No, I try to be every day, just speaking out on my normal life, just yelling when I take out the trash and when I do the dishes, try to practice. But we see a nice, huge slam by Overeem right here.
He's
this
leaking.
Could be trouble for J-Rob. I mean, Rennie is in a little bit of trouble in the red gloves right here. As we go into a sprawl position right here. And Jason, if you're in the game right here, what would you try to go for? A submission attempt, or would you try to take your opponent down again?
Yeah, so given a bit of spoilers, I'm much more of a striking heavy type kind of person. So if I was in this scenario, I would be trying to get it stood back up. I'd be trying to pop that jab as much as possible. Maybe switch it up with a couple different hooks from different angles and try to switch up my timing and try to disrupt his rhythm on the feet is what I would try to do. But yeah, I would be losing if I was on the ground if I lose.
Hey, we can you can see Overeem going for probably a submission, but the stamina is so low.
And he is reversed.
It seems like Rennie is going to go for the full
Uh-oh, here
nice
we go
reverse,
again.
and Mac, you can see, like, there's not a lot of time left. Would you try to go for a ground and pound situation if you were Verdun?
Every time. Dude, you cannot go for a submission with 30 seconds left on this game. Well, in the round. I mean, you're never going to get it. So, yeah, I'm going for what he's doing right there.
Yeah, he's mixing up nicely. That was really dangerous.
Overeem got a little bit of his own medicine from last night, right there.
Oh.
Absolutely. No hurt team to save him right there. But the end of the first round, as we are going into the second round, we saw J-Rob get a little bit into his own when it came to the clinch. And right now, it seems like Rennie, he wants to go to the ground a little bit, but he wants to make sure that he's not in that clinch, just suffering his stamina with the body shot. So I think we have to see these combos coming out from J-Rob to just try to set up for that ground takedown again, Mac.
You know, I think they should just stand and bang, bro. Honestly, like just look at each other and you guys just wing it out. Do it for the boys.
Look each other in the eyes.
Yeah, there's my answer for you.
You know, it seems to be really evenly matched, though. Like, the matchmaking on this seems to be really solid so far. I don't see anyone pulling ahead majorly this time. We've seen a couple submission attempts, but we haven't really seen anybody take over. We're seeing a really nice back-and-forth volley here, and there goes the takedown from Rennie there. Nice job.
Very good for Rennie, and Rennie is looking like he wants to go. If he denies the transition there, as he does, if he gets enough stamina, he might have a chance at a submission, or maybe go into top mount and give a taste of his own medicine. But here we go, a submission attempt right here by J-Rob. Pulling out all this.
Fabricio's out of this. He's out of it. Fabricio's out. I'm calling it right now.
Yeah, that escaped.
I should say Rennie, not Fabricio, but Rennie's got that.
Fabrinho.
Misses on the train, but gets the escape right there.
Very nice. Yeah, well done. He knows his submission defense. That's a really nice job.
And he denies the transition. Uh-oh. Oops.
Yeah, we're starting to say the ground game.
Oh, good denial.
Over a bit here.
It seems like it's leaning more towards a game of J-Rob, as he wanted to go to the ground a little bit, and it seems like Rennie is more than obliging in this ground warfare so far. As we see another posture up position, good blocking, not able to do much. We see Rennie not wanting to give up any of that stamina, but we see a back mount transition
here we
to a
go.
half guard right here.
Half guard into some. Ooh, he's smashing.
This is shades of Kevin Randleman versus Randy Couture right here. You see the guy who wants to take him down, get taken down, and now they're getting beaten up off their back because they're not used to being on their back. They're used to playing offense. And it looks like Rennie just seems to have his number here on the ground going into the second round. He's really taken over.
I gotta say, I am impressed with WrestleReam's ability to take it to Fabricio on the ground here in this fight.
Yeah.
Again, the ground and pound just doing so much damage against Overeem. Rennie is just looking very comfortable. You have to think going to the next round, even go to the next round. But not enough time. It doesn't seem like he's going to be able to carry
time. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, at least it gave him some sort of break from the strikes and gave him a chance to end the round, at least not getting pounded out. So, yeah, man, this is a real interesting thing. It's going to be on J-Rob to try to come back here and see what he can do to combat the ground game.
Okay, am I just stupid or like, dude, I'm positive I don't see a J-Rob. I thought this is Pete versus Rennie.
And sometimes our fighters try to go under different aliases when it goes into the game, so sometimes that would probably happen. That's definitely for sure J-Rob in the blue gloves as we approach the third and final round. Oh, but a flying knee onto the face of J-Rob, and J-Rob putting a little bit of pressure, but again, the takedown lands for Rennie as Rennie takes again the position.
Uh-oh.
You know, this reminds me of the first Alistair Overeem versus Verdum fight in real life. It was Alistair Overeem that took down Verdum in Pride, and he ended up paying for it, and that's what Rennie's making J-Rob do now.
We are watching history, people. Repeat itself.
History. That's right. Art imitating life, baby. Yeah, this is fantastic to kind of see the tides turn here. I mean, it is a submission specialist, you know. We got Verdum, it makes sense, but here we go. Going for that armbar again.
Oh, he's going to escape. He's getting out of here.
But you have to think that's been a desperate attempt of his. He's been trying to go for submissions for all 3 rounds. I think he's trying to say he wants to finish it because he knows he's probably down in the scorecards. But again, Rennie just having some just solid, patient submission defense as we are still getting lower and lower in the 3rd round right here. And tries to go for a reversal, but doesn't get it. To a posture up to a half guard. Lands it. Rennie just in full control, Jason.
Yeah. It seems like he's not biting on any of the fakes. He's just staying on top, and he's managing to progress, getting into half guard here.
Uh-oh, submission attempt from Fabricio here from Rennie.
Yeah, arm triangle.
And he has a lot of time, too.
He's got time to do it.
Yeah, deep waters right here.
Very deep waters, and you can see, like, escape might be closer, but anything can happen in the submission attempt. Any little chain reaction or just misclick could change dimensions of this fight. Is this getting closer and closer to his?
J-Rob's getting out of this.
Yeah,
it's getting closer and closer.
He's out. He's out. J-Rob survived.
Get the read.
Wow.
That was close.
Just as Rennie started to get the read, time ran out. He started to intercept his patterns, and he started getting deeper and deeper there. Wow.
Again, Rennie is 1-1 in the ESFL PS4 rankings. J-Rob making his debut. And so far, Rennie is showing why he's experienced in the spotlight as he hits a knockdown. Huge on the face of J-Rob. J-Rob is in very much trouble. That head health is low.
Ooh, he's
more over.
Desperate attempt for the clinch. Oh, man. Oh, Lord. You don't have time for that. You need to knock him out, J-Rob. You need to knock him out.
But a nice hit.
Whoa.
Oh,
knockdown.
The drama.
Hey, going for the gusto. Will it go to the judges' scorecard?
What a way to end it.
What a fight.
What a way to end it.
Fire fight at the end right there. That was great. Well done, guys. Well done.
It was a good-looking fight from both competitors. Jason, what are your thoughts? Who do you think out this first prelim fight?
Yeah, I mean, there's no way Rennie didn't take that one, if you ask me. He easily took the 2nd and the 3rd rounds. The 1st round was a bit closer. We had the first submission attempt come from Alistair with that standing guillotine choke within about 20 minutes into the fight, but he easily got out of that. And it was a bit more even, I would say, in the 1st round. It could have probably gone either way. I think I still would have gone a clean sweep with Verdum here. So what do we got?
As we don't hear Bruce Buffer, but we will see
the
hand getting raised. And Rennie takes a victory, putting up his record to 2-1. He gets the victory. Impressive on the show on our first prelim fight card. Mac, how do you feel about Rennie's performance in that whole fight overall?
I felt like it looked rough at the beginning. Well, maybe not rough, but J-Rob was getting his licks in, and then Rennie kind of just took things over from there. But great fight. Decision went to the right person.
Absolutely, and it's only going to get better and better here. I mean, this is the first time in a couple of fight cards that we actually had decisions, so it's very rare that we get decisions like that in a very competitive fight. So hopefully we'll get some more knockouts and submissions later on in the fight, as we are still waiting for our second fight to come up, as that's going to be Alwise Gaming versus Legos. We are still making sure, but talking about the second fight that's coming up, Legos, he's making his UFC 4 debut, but he has ESFL experience in the bright lights. He has clean striking, uses all the tools available, effective range management. How do you feel about the way he goes about his strategy, Jason? I mean, you're a striker yourself. How do you feel about using that clean striking against a competitor who's also a stand-up specialist in Alwise Gaming?
Yeah, man. If he can just time any of those takedown attempts, if he can really be on the button with those, if he can deny any of those clinch attempts and really try to reverse it and make sure that things can stay in his domain, I mean, man. But if he can do what Rennie just did in the last fight, I mean, Rennie said, you know what, I wanted to come up and stand here and bang. Sometimes that's what happens. You know, the guy who really wants to go to the ground isn't really ready for that back. And not to say that, J-Rob wouldn't be on another day. He might be very well ready, and he just faced a new style today. That's one of the best ways to do it, is either combat their offense with what they're exactly not expecting, and I don't think J-Rob was expecting that at all in the last fight. But it really just depends, because if you take him into that world, then you're going to have to play that game, and you better be ready for it,
Absolutely. And Mac, I'm going to throw this question out to you. It seems like both guys are standout specialists, but Alwise Gaming, he has a tricky ground game. Would you, I know from the first fight that you're ready to see a standout, knock 'em out brawl. Do you think we're going to begin it in this kind of fight right here?
With Alwise picking Henry Cejudo, I'm not too sure. But I'm going to cross my fingers. I mean, I'm just down to see a banger either way, so if it needs to go to the ground a little bit, let's do it.
Yeah, and it seems like our second fight is ready to go, as both fighters are on the selection of the fighters. We see Legos. Both guys making their debuts. We see Alwise in the red gloves using TJ Dillashaw for a pick. You're going to have that marathoner. He constantly going to just try to fight and strike you. And then a Peter Yan pick. Jason, how do you feel about Peter Yan pick being used in this situation against a TJ Dillashaw?
Oh, man. This is the fight that I think that we want to see in real life for a lot of reasons. And I think that, I feel like their stats are pretty on point with how things are in real life. It looks like he switched to Mirai, though. So now we got a totally different game here. If we're going to play to a fighter's strengths, it would preclude the idea of staying on the feet. It's going to be pretty interesting here to see how that changes things, because we thought we were about to see Petr Yan, who can pretty much do everything everywhere stat-wise. But, we'll have to see how this plays out now. That totally changes things.
I think this is going to be a stand-up fight. Like you asked me a second ago, he had it on Henry, so I was thinking it might have been Henry. But with TJ versus, Mirai, there's got to be some stand-up going on. Got to be.
Bang more time.
As we are underway of our second fight of the prelims, Alwise Gaming in the red gloves using TJ Dillashaw, Legos in the blue gloves using Morales. And as we're seeing right here, Mac, we're seeing both guys just throwing out constant strikes as a whip overhand just comes out, and it's been crazy so far.
Yeah, this is what I want to see right here.
Yeah, I'm really liking the body shots so far, too. Immediately, that was what we saw. We saw a jab to a left hook, I believe is what it was for Mirai there. And then we had the body kick that knocked him down, and we're just seeing the guys mix it up really nicely here. Not just head hunting.
And we could see the TJ Dillashaw pick. Alwise, he keeps on throwing those overhands and keeps on whiffing. That's going to play huge damage on your stamina. If he keeps on whiffing, he might even get punished later on in this round. And it seems like Legos has a plan, mixing up his levels a little bit, just slipping his head, not keeping his head on the center line. Well, Dillashaw is just throwing out the kitchen sink, trying to go for a knee, but doesn't land. It gets punished to the body here, Jason.
Oof.
Yeah, it looks like he's really. I was saying right now that they were mixing it up, but right after that, we see the stamina start to go down because he's really starting to become aggressive here, and it looks like he's wanting a first-round finish. It looks like he's going for that, maybe early second round. So there's definitely a different strategy happening right now coming out of Al Wise. It looks like he slowed down a bit, though, as I'm saying that.
Yeah, maybe.
It seems like he wants to be careful as he... Oh, Matt, go ahead.
Oh, no, you're good, bro. I was just going to agree with Jason.
Oh, yeah, I mean, like, for what we've seen, Al-Wise, he's trying to go for the overhand constantly. It seems like that's been his home run hit, and he's been countered for most of his strikes so far, just using all the stamina. It seems like he was slowing down to Jason's point, but now it seems like he's gone another gear, and he's going for the pressure play.
Oh,
but gets hit with a spinning backfist and a spinning kick.
Uh-oh, backing him up.
Oh, so we're throwing spinning stuff now? Is that what we're doing?
Spinning-ish. Yes, sir.
Yeah, the Carlos
like
Condon special coming up.
Yeah.
It seems like we're going 100 miles per hour right now in this fight as Legos is finding his rhythm. But a nice front kick lands for Al-Wise.
Very nice.
See, I feel like, if I'm being honest, I feel like Owl's kind of trying to stick back a little bit and try to pick his shot. He's trying to maybe find a pattern or something. I could be totally wrong. I'm not trying to Eddie Bravo it, but bro, I feel like he's up to something here.
Yeah, he's mixing it up. So 1 second he's just blitzing like there's not going to be a second round at all, and then you'll see him kind of trying to take things back. He's realizing that he's getting hurt here, and then he's making some adjustments on the fly. But his stamina is really taking a beating here. There we go, into round one.
Woo. You got a little blood flowing in this one.
It's the end of the round. Absolutely, you can see the blood flowing for both competitors. It's been 100 miles per hour when it comes to striking. As we take a look at the replay right here, and some good situation in a knockdown for Legos, but Al-Wise Gaming coming back with a little bit of momentum with the kicks. It seems like he's going to try to go for that home run hit when he's in danger. But Legos, he needs to find a way to counter because he's going to land those head kicks, as we saw in the replay right there, and maybe try to counter just the overrise pressure as we go into the second round.
Yeah, this is a fun fight right here. This is fireworks so far. Nothing but really going for the kill.
Not a single takedown attempt yet. Oh, I love to see it. I love to see it.
I love the push kicks. Really mixing it up.
Oh, the counter knee drops him.
Oh, the
clinch. Oh.
Huge knee shifts the momentum for Al-Wise Gaming, and now Legos whipping some of his head kicks. Al-Wise Gaming on the prowl again, and you have to think Legos, he might have been discombobulated from that head kick or that knee, and now he needs to play a little bit on the defensive. Jason, if you got hit with that knockdown, it kind of takes a while to just get back into the fight again.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it looks like what it looks like Al-Wise is mixing it up on the outside, but now he's getting on the inside. He's really starting to play with the range a lot here. So you see him backing up. Now you see him getting really up in his face. The beginning of the round, he was really playing with those push kicks. Now he's making him second guess everything that he's doing, making the distance happen, and then just all of a sudden getting in his face and being super aggressive. It really seems to be working. There's another push kick.
You know what I think it is? It's EPO. That's what's going on. Al-Wise is on EPO. You heard it here first. Get that man a USADA test.
Get that man a Lance Armstrong.
Oh, man.
Test.
Oh, they're just trading in the pocket.
We're trading in the pocket. Both guys are just swinging like it's Rocky IV all over again. And you can see the stamina is just not a huge concern for both competitors as they're just going for big shots and uppercuts trying to land as we are getting closer and closer to the end of the second round, which is surprising to say. You think this whole thing would be over as Al-Wise try to go for another crazy kick, but doesn't land. But the block gauge is so low for Legos. Legos needs to answer back.
Legos has been targeting the body a bit here too. He landed 3 unanswered shots to the body in the midst of all that. It looks like he sees what's going on with the stamina and kind of wants to capitalize on that a bit. But man, right now, Alwise is undeniable on the feet right now. Ooh, big knee there too.
And Mac, I mean, with both of these guys' head health so low and the stamina just being used, this is the fight you'd love to see. You love to see both of these guys just lay it all out on the line in the face of the fans and just put on a heck of a show. And it seems like every time they try to go for a knockout, they're just losing a little bit of stamina. Oh, how would you? Oh, the overhand actually connects.
The ground and clap for the finish. And over Alwise with the W.
Nice. Yeah, he burnt the stamina, but he got the finish in the process. He really went for broke trying to get that one done and got it done in the second round there. Hats off to him. Nice job, Alwise. Well done.
So that's 2 red corner victories in a row.
Absolutely. The red corner has been hot lately, but not one. I think so. I think red corner has been the favorite so far. Our online betting, we don't bet here. There's none of that going on. But it not 1, not 2, not 3, not 4, but 5 overhands. One of them has to land, and it lands to the detriment of his opponent, Legos. And Alwise Gaming making an impressive debut in his first fight, getting the victory. 1-0 in the ESFL. That has to look good for the next time he fights again. But man, crazy fight for both of these guys.
Yeah, hats off to both competitors. That was pretty epic. That's exactly what I ordered, baby.
Fits the shades and everything, man. You need to talk that way the rest of the stream. It's good.
Yeah, and we can see again the red corner has been super hot. As you say, they're 2-0 right now. Alwise Gaming, J-Rob taking a victory. We finally see our first KO of the night. And hopefully we'll be able to see a lot more going into our next fight. But before we go into our next fight, we are again live on Twitch and on YouTube here live on the ESFL. I am your play-by-play commentator, Kingsley. Alongside me is Mac, Mally, MMA, and on my other side is Jason the Heart, Jason Hartley, the voice of MMA on point. You guys have been amazing so far, and we still got more fights to go.
Yeah, man, really appreciate you having us on. I really like the mix-up in the action that we've had so far. That first fight, we got to see a bit of everything. We got to see submissions, standing submissions. We got to see near knockdowns. Well, near knockouts, I should say. We got to see knockdowns. We got to see it go all the way to a decision. I think it's really good to see that. You know, you kind of get to see all sides of the players, and I think that's really neat. And especially seeing some of the best players that play this entire game, literally the best players are on here tonight, and I think it's really nice to see them mix it up, show the different skills that they have, and then watch this with the last one, see some guys just go for it. Like they're on Dana White's Tuesday Night Contender Series, just going for that kill like they're trying to get a contract. So I think it's beautiful stuff, man. It's a great start to the night. I love it.
Yeah, absolutely. And Mac, I mean, we still have our co-main and main event coming up, and I know you're in the main event. I mean, are you still? How do you feel about going to the spotlight of the ESFL so far? How do you feel going to your main event?
I feel like I will deliver the violence. Either me or Superfan are going out on our shields. It may not be the most technical play, so I kind of feel like the CM Punk of like this ESFL card right now. I have no right to be here, but yeah, I mean, someone's getting laid out probably round 1, so. It'll be fun.
If you're the CM Punk, I'm the AJ Agazarm.
AJ Agazarm.
Actually,
so
that's
if
not fair.
You're just going to throw your controller and bounce right out of here?
That's actually not fair because CM Punk would lose to AJ Agazarm. So I think we got to switch that. I'm the CM Punk. I'm literally ranked. I'm putting this out there. 2.
Oh.
That's how bad I am. That's how bad I am. So
it's rough out here.
You guys are both the cult of personality in my mind. So, like, I can't wait to see what happens in the co-main and the main event fight, which is coming up. But we still have more fights to go. And our third fight is ready to go as they are both in the fighter selection. As we're going to see Word Life 4D against BJJ. And these guys are looking to put on the show. And Bugsy BJJ, he won his last fight against Rennie by decision. And we saw how Rennie did in his first fight on the prelim, so he's no slouch. Has elite striking. He's 1-1, complete grappling, and sets a fast pace. Mac Malley, when you see a guy that sets a fast pace, that has to look good for anybody who wants to fight in that fight style.
Oh yeah, every day, dude. And if you beat Rennie, I don't know, man. I'm looking forward to this one, especially Volk versus Holloway. This is the fight, bro. This is the fight. I'm expecting a decision victory going to the wrong person.
Oh, wow. And
controversial
and Jason,
split decision coming up.
I mean, we've had that before. We saw it with Prioxis versus IKL Santa, so anything is possible. But to go to his opponent, World Life 4D, he was defeated by Papadoc in his last ESFL event. He was a former champ. He's been steadily improving in every ESFL appearance, and he's representing 4D camp. He's 0-1, but he has high-level striking, not afraid to brawl. He has polished grappling, so it seems like an all-around fighter for the ranked number 6 fighter. So you have to think this has to be another great fight that we're about to see here, Jason.
Yeah. I love seeing the respect starting it off. I love seeing the salutes coming out. Looks like these guys, there's no bad blood here, but I think it's good to see that. But yeah, spinning back kick went for the beginning of it. Oh, it looked like he was about to go for a guillotine there.
Those
that was smooth.
Standing guillotines.
Those were the moves before the patch came in for UFC 4. Everyone was trying to land those standing guillotines to the back of the cage, but now it's been patched, so it's able to get out of it more easily. So you have to go for a different avenue to get a victory. But again, Holloway, he seems like he's trying to go for the gusto as he tries to go for a cartwheel kick, but gets punished with a front kick and some uppercuts in the clinch. And this Volkanovski play is looking good so far, Jason.
Yeah, it looks like he's really starting to counter well. He's been blocking the big, flashy shots. And, yeah, it looks like he's trying to come forward here. Oh, but he's playing with the distance here. He's starting to sway a lot. Oh, the takedown whiffs, though. Takedown whiffs big time. And the body shots land. Bugsy's got it going on. Bugsby 3D. Is this PlayStation 1? Nobody knows what I'm talking about. That's old people. That's an old
I got that reference. It took me a second, but I absolutely got that reference. But speaking of Bugsy, I mean, he's using a Max Holloway. He can switch up his stance as he gets taken down, and this has to be a little bit damaging for him, Mac, as he doesn't want to be on the ground if you're a Max Holloway.
Yeah, and Word Life is already pouring it on heavy. Oh, man, this is getting bad. It's over!
Oh,
it's
this Cooper man! It's over! Word
That's
Life 4D gets the victory!
Woo!
Man, that's like the time when Edson Barboza landed the spinning back kick on Terry Edom, my boy Terry Edom, #1. But he landed on him right as Rogan was saying, "Oh, if he doesn't watch himself, he's going to catch a spinning back kick." And as he was saying
knocked out.
That's exactly what just happened with you, Mac. You're just like, "Oh, here it comes," and then boom, knockout happens.
I predict these things.
It seemed like when it went to the ground and pound for Wordlife, it seemed like his opponent just didn't have the right defense, or he was just a step behind, and Bugsy wasn't able to just have like one strike defend, and he just kept on getting pieced up. And Wordlife getting a nice ground and pound victory to make his record even at 1-1, and his ranking's definitely going to go up higher and higher. He says he's been steadily improving with every ESFL appearance. It'll be scary what he's going to be doing in his next fight if he's able to put on a performance like this. But again, Jason, what a good victory for Wordlife.
Yeah, I think he kind of sent a message there. Yeah, he definitely and he made the ground game not a factor there at all. He mixed up his striking well between the straight shots, the hooks, and it was just something that Bugsy couldn't keep up with. He couldn't block those hooks. He couldn't dodge out of the straight shots, and it was just too much, too fast, and he just caught him, man. He did really well. Very impressive showing. Very impressive.
To be honest with you real quick, my girlfriend just got home, and the dog's going to go crazy until she gets in here. So I'm going to take an opportunity to go grab another beer, and I will be right back.
Absolutely. We will carry on. You go do what you got to do. We'll hold on to the board to come back. But again, we have 3 fights down in our ESFL 84 card for the PS4 side. Again, we very soon getting close to our Grand Prix for the PS4 and the Xbox side. A lot of good things are going to be coming up. And we might have a little surprise for you at the end of this fight card. So we have our co-main, we have our main event, and we also have maybe something a little special at the end. So you might want to stick around. This show is only going to get better and better. And I mean, Jason, you're in the co-main. I haven't talked to you about your fight and your opponent. How do you feel about that fight coming up?
Man, I feel like I'm gonna whoop him. I feel like I'm gonna take him out, and it's gonna happen on the feet. It's gonna happen fast and swift. We're gonna see a bunch of different combinations. Gonna mix it up. I'm gonna hurt him to the body. I'm gonna hurt him to the face. And you know what? The guy's gonna crumble. They all crumble eventually when they fight JasonTheHart. He will remember the name. That's what's gonna happen. PhilTheMMADude. We talked about this when we were setting this up. KidVid. Anybody who knows what KidVid is, PhilTheMMADude knows what I'm talking about. Just saying, just calling him out. He's KidVid. That's who he is. Got him.
Shots. I absolutely cannot wait to hear about, well, just to see these two fights. I mean, it's going to be absolutely incredible. And I'm sure the only prediction that I can make, just being unbiased, just pain. There's going to be a lot of pain. Someone's going to get thrown in the stretcher and probably not going to be waking up in like a week or so. So it's going to be an incredible matchup. But speaking of incredible matchups, our fourth fight is ready to go as we see Ryan LaFace versus Mental in our fourth fight of prelims, our second to last fight in our prelims. And these guys are both making their debut, starting with Mental Stability, Jason. He's making his debut. He's highly ranked in the online world championships mode, which we both know it's been a little bit crazier. You get a higher or lower opponent. So to say that he's pretty high up is pretty good. He's a pressure striker, a boxing specialist, and an exceptional overhand. So do you think we're going to be seeing the overhand maybe 10 or 15 times? How do you feel?
Yeah, I wonder. It's not been a great night for the guys debuting tonight so far, has it? I think it'd be interesting. You know, they call it octagon jitters. Are there some ESFL gaming jitters? We'll see. But yeah, it sounds like he's got an exciting style. And if he can keep it in his domain, hopefully he's got something going on here. But he's fighting a very experienced fighter here. But, you know, we'll have to see. This is a stream. Anything can happen. That's what's so exciting about these things. They're live. We're watching it along with everyone else. It looks like Ryan's got quite a bit more experience, though. I mean, just look at not even just their rankings, but how well he's ranked up in terms of the in-game ranking system. Clearly, someone's put in a bit more hours here, and I think it's going to be a real test. So hats off to whoever can best this one.
Absolutely. And we seen Ryan using a Kobe Covington pick. I mean, he likes to play a sim fighting style in his debut. He's a patient striker, and he has solid grappling. As we see some crazy happening right here, and hopefully, we see a takedown.
Ooh, he flexed. He busted a flex, and he got taken down. That is never good optics, but I like it. I like the confidence of Mental.
Yeah, he's playing very true to GSP by going for that flex there. That's exactly
very
what realistic.
Mm-hmm.
This is 1-to-1. This is a prediction of how this fight would be in real life.
I'm surprised he didn't flip him off, if I'm being honest.
We know GSP,
you know. And now
listen to me, you uneducated fool, was one of the best lines he ever said in his entire career. Michael Bisping, are you intoxicated?
You see a back flip of GSP right here. And
Mental Stability has him in
really
trouble.
Old school taking it to the new
Ooh, he
school
lifts him up.
here.
The absolute confidence. You love to see it. You love to see it.
Absolutely love to see it. As he tries to go for a cleanse, but gets back out. And now you have to think that Covington, he might want to go back to the ground game, but it seems like he's just being patient as an overhand lands.
That was clean.
Dude, there are no jitters here.
Yeah.
Oh, but a nice little flex from George St.
Bust the
Pierre.
flex on him, Colby.
Oh, man.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, he's pulling a Colby on Colby right now. He's being cocky. He's taunting. Dude,
these overhands are just landing.
Dude, he plays like I play UFC 3. This is glorious to watch. I mean, am I allowed to go for someone here? I mean, nothing against Ryan, but I don't want to be a biased commentator. I love those overhands, baby.
You know what? Just for you, I'll allow it, as we are just seeing a crazy showing as another overhand lands, and just the body shots and the hooks just keep on landing for Mental Stability. Stability is pressuring up and just landing hooks constantly. And that black ace is going to be low, but again, a nice answer to the clinch for the Covington pick. And Covington, you have to think, Jason, that he has to take it to the ground because this is just getting crazy.
Yeah, I mean, I've never seen somebody spam the left jab to an overhand right like that. He literally did that 3 times back to back and landed a lot of them. It's just, you kind of don't expect that. And that's part of mixing it up is sometimes by truly just doing something that you wouldn't expect somebody to do. But as you're asking that question, but here we are.
Oh, we're back up. And no, oh, GSP. Mental goes for the takedown this time.
Wow.
That's mental.
Back again.
No jitters at
back
all.
Again. No jitters for both of these competitors, and the solid grappling just coming around for mental stability. I mean, we know that Ryan has an exceptional overhand, but he's been getting hit with a lot of overhands here lately. And Mac, this ground and pound is going to be looking deadly, but a nice reversal right there, Mac.
Ooh, that was beautiful.
Nice. Incredible
this
reversal
is nice.
there. That's very clutch at this point in the game where he's losing on the feet, he's losing on the ground, for him to be able to get that reversal and get himself out of a dangerous position. But here he is getting uppercuts. Mental stability's taking it to him. There goes the
uppercut lands.
Oh, it's over here. It's over
here.
That's it. That's it.
There it is. Oh,
there it is.
On the ground. He's out. Lights out. GSP. Mental stability takes it. That was pretty.
Yeah, real
mental stability,
real
had a game
there.
plan. Absolutely, he was taunting. He was throwing out overhands like it was nobody's business, and he was able to destroy him with overhands and uppercuts. As you see the replay right there, just a vicious knockdown. And then when you go to the ground and pound in UFC 4, that's just all she wrote, unless you have the proper defense. And the Kobe Covington just trying to counter the grappling just wasn't up to snuff for Ryan right there, Mac.
Well, I'm going to be honest right here. Here's what is so great about those overhands. Even when you kind of spam them 3 at a time, you get your opponent thinking you're going to keep doing that. And so then right there at the very end, I would do that on UFC 3. You wing overhands until they think that's what you're going to do, and then they duck after you throw that jab because they're looking to just jump under the overhand. And that's when you throw a jab uppercut. And I don't know if that's what he meant to do. That's what I would do. That was executed perfectly. That was nice. Very nice.
Yeah, that was a beautiful way of mixing it up there. And yeah, it's almost as if he heard me talking about ESFL jitters and was just like, nope, I ain't got none of that. I'm going to come out here. I'm going to show you what's up. I'm the new blood coming up here, and I'm going to get a finish quick and impressively. And that's exactly what he did. Thoroughly impressed. If that's a debut, what does his future look like? Because that was really great. That was awesome.
That will absolutely be up to the matchmakers on the PS4 side. I mean, only bigger and better things are coming along when you're undefeated and you're on a little bit of a winning streak or start of a winning streak. But again, Ryan being 0-1 in your debut, I mean, he got taunted, he got hit with overhands. I'm sure he's going to come back, but he definitely has to go back into the training camp and just figure out what he's going to be doing for his next fight. And hopefully it's going to get better for him. But, you definitely have to go back and just go back to drawing board and see what you could possibly do. And speaking of our next possibility and our next better opportunity, we have a next fight going on. It's our last fight of the prelims. We have Ea Pressure, a last-minute replacement against the UFL champion, Zayev. Zayev has been around the scene for a while. Jason, what can you tell me about Zayev as he's going against Ea Pressure?
I got to say, we talked about this a bit in the beginning. Z is the #1 supporter of our Twitch channel. He's one of the #1 supporters of the community at large. I constantly see him interacting with people all throughout their streams. And I've personally, before the game came out, he showed me how everything works, what he thought about it. I think he's very experienced, and I'm going to pull for this guy. I think he can get it done either way. I think he's a very balanced fighter. I think he can get it done on the ground. I think he can get it done on the feet. And I'm a believer in Z. He's my boy. I'm totally biased in this one, 100%. And I'm going to pull for Z here. I think I can see it happening no matter where it goes. Pulling for him.
Yeah, he's using the Whitaker pick. And Mac, Pressure MMA, he lost to Matty in his ESFL debut. He's still on short notice. He's about elite striking, world-class takedown defense, and pressure. So he's going to try to disrupt Zap's whole game plan. But for Romero pick, how do you feel about his chances using the Romero pick?
Well, I think if you look at history, that didn't go well twice. So, I got to say Z right here, just based off history alone. But no, to be honest, I just know how good Z is. I'm with Jason. I'm a little biased. You know, I don't mind seeing him lose. I love you, Z, but you know, the homie Z will prevail, I feel like. And if not, you know, let's see what TI pressure can. Let's see if he can put the pressure on the homie Z.
Yeah, man, this is like asking somebody to commentate one of their training partners. I consider Z a training partner, 100%. So I think it's up to our boy Pressure to turn the tide here and tell us what's up. And if he does, you know, hats off to him.
Yeah, all respect, absolutely.
Zero respect. I hate him. No.
And Z, if you lose, you don't get to watch our streams anymore.
Oh boy! Well, he's doing a great job with the takedown defense.
Yeah,
in the
Nice
takedown backyard.
guard.
I mean,
He went full Cougar
see
guard and switched him over. Flipped him over.
you can see Pressure. He was getting some good strikes in, using a lot of that stamina, able to nice live really well against Zaf. And Zaf, he's getting some combos in. He's trying to find his rhythm, trying to adapt to the situation. And it seems like both guys are trying to attack the body, but trying to set up the head health as a nice uppercut lands. But now Pressure, pulling the pressure, but gets punished.
Z rocks him. TI's moving back.
Yeah, this turned into a barn burner pretty quick. This turned into a fight of really on the feet. And that's really where it's taking place. Oh, here comes the takedown though.
TI gets the takedown on Z. He's got side control here. Z moves him into half guard.
Mm-hmm.
And we can see the
he denies the transition there. And now he's going for the arm.
Oh, submission attempt. And the stamina is low for Zaf, so he's going to be at a bit of a disadvantage. But the submission defense is looking good so far.
Yeah.
It's looking like he's going to be able to
Z's
get
out of there. Z's out of there. TI even just gave up on it.
Going for it anymore.
Yeah, he said he's going to figure it out somewhere else. Oop. Denies the
you can
posture.
see the posture up gets denied. But a nice reversal for Z.
Yeah,
it'll be interesting to see as we see the.
Oh, Z's. Oh, he doesn't have the stamina, I don't think, to finish it from there. And he denies the transition. Let's see, pouring a little bit more on him. See if Ti can get it. You know, it looks like they both have about the same stamina cap. You know, so they're using energy at the same level here. Oh, and he gets reversed.
Nice reversal at the end of the first round, and
I really feel the ground game in this.
Go ahead.
I was just gonna say I really feel the ground game in this game in particular is a double-edged sword. We saw there Romero was the one who took the takedown from Pressure there. Pressure went for the takedown on Z. Z reversed that and got in a lot of shots towards the end. And the Pressure's reversal at the end came just a little bit too late. And so it's a really difficult thing whenever you take somebody down and they reverse you. And he held him in that position for quite a while. It's a double-edged sword, 100%. Because once somebody reverses you and you realize that it's difficult to get out of that situation, that they have you in that position, then it's really difficult. And that's what we saw at the end of that round.
Absolutely. End of the first round, but now we're in the second round, and it's going ahead as both guys are still trying to stand up. We'll have to see whether
the clinch from Z.
Land. But we go into the clinch. Clinch from Z in the blue gloves, Pressure in the red
TI
gloves.
gets him down.
Fifth fight.
And
Nice
Z reverses him.
lands.
Z's got his back. Let's see if he can get top mount here. We lost our coordinator here. It's just you and me now, Jason. Oop.
Oh, yeah.
Back.
Looks like he's a bit frozen up, so pardon me if we are talking
And
over.
Z gets the top mount. Let's see if he can capitalize.
Hopefully we're back and we're all good with everything.
He's raining down.
Seems like
raining down from
ground and
top.
pound is landed.
Yeah, this fight is turning out to be one heck of a fight so far.
This one's tugging at my heartstrings, if I'm being honest with you guys.
You get that feeling of watching like a friend fight or something like in real life. You're just like, oh god.
Yeah, I feel like Z's like my little brother.
The homie. Yeah,
we see
he's
TI
really
Pressure just landing a bunch of shots right now, but he's getting some top position. And now we're going back
TI's
to
up.
stand up.
And he goes for the rear naked. The backpack.
Oh,
Is he going for the? No, he just went for the backpack. Okay.
man, he's
What does he
showing
do here?
that
He's going
that
back
purple
top mount.
belt.
There it is.
Yeah, he's shown that purple belt really well in those Commonwealth Games, real life credentials for Robert Whitaker as quite the factor in this fight versus the Olympian. Really good.
The health
This
is
is
getting low,
fantastic.
but again, it's just not looking so well for Pressure. Pressure is just getting dominated on the ground so far as we are getting closer and closer to the end of the second round here. And Z getting put back into the half guard, and you have to think, if you're Romero, you have to be a little concerned about this ground and pound as he's getting closer and closer to the end.
He's got 40
so
seconds here.
close.
He's got
Man,
30,
he might
about
make it.
30 seconds to finish this off.
Yep. Looks like he's content to throw some body shots here. He tries to posture up. There we go.
Oh, but nice defense
Nice
right
way,
there. Able to
yeah.
slip out the strike. Again, 10 seconds left into the second round. It seems like we're going to go to the third and final round. If it even gets there. Oh, so close.
Talk about saved by the bell.
You know, I know his
Saved by the
name
bell,
is...
dude.
I was going to say, I know his name is Pressure, but he's getting a little bit pressured in the ground game right there.
He's feeling the pressure right now.
Yeah, and Jason,
Yeah.
if you were Romero, what would you do in this type of situation when you're probably down 2 rounds? You probably have to go for the gusto right there.
It looks like
Yeah,
shit
he's
froze.
got to stop going.
Looks like it froze up.
No,
Yeah, it looks like his stream. No, actually, the game might have froze up because
That's
you
what
can
I'm
actually see
saying.
the camera.
we can see
Yeah.
the movement, but it's not. Oh no! Hopefully, this is not happening right now.
Oh man, yeah, I think the actual game itself froze up. The network
No.
appears to have frozen them out of the game, unfortunately.
Okay.
So
Gonna run-
we're getting. So we're getting news from the back that we are gonna run that fight back. We are gonna see again Pressure MMA versus Zav. Trying to go again, try to make sure everything is all good. But get your thoughts, guys. Jason, starting with you. It seemed like Z had a stellar game plan. He was able to get in a rhythm in the first couple of rounds, and it seemed like in the third round he was about to put it away, but anything could have possibly happened.
Yeah, it really seemed like Pressure was very, very confident in his ground game, and most of those takedowns came from him. And what was happening there is as he was going for those takedowns, he was just getting reversed. And it was like he was going classic Ben Askren style in Bellator. He was content to ride. He was content to find the position, stay there, reverse any of the transitions that were thrown his way, and make sure he could essentially ride in those positions and not get reversed, not get moved off of that. And so I think the thing for Pressure going into this rematch here, going into this kind of second try, he's got to avoid at all costs going for the ground. That was his, most of those times it was him initiating it, and he's really, really got to avoid that. It looks like we got you frozen up here a bit as well, Brandon. What do you think about that, Mac?
Hopefully I'm not frozen. I can hear you guys, but
Yeah,
I
on
think it's
Discord,
gonna be
I don't-
really interesting.
Your audio's working. I think it's just your video for the moment.
Yeah,
That's
well, and
funny.
on the Twitch broadcast, I can see you. I just can't see you on Discord. So I think everything's working fine. Me and Jason just can't see you on Discord, which that's fine.
Yeah.
But my thoughts on this fight is, in this, I hope I'm not coming off like I'm hating on Pressure. Pressure, I obviously I respect anyone that gets in the cage, man. Anyone that gets in there willing to get punched in the face. But I feel like it might be a little bit unfair that they have to rematch from start. I almost feel like you should almost at least start in full guard. But I'm sure you guys don't have rules like that, and it wouldn't really make sense too because they also had damage and stuff already inflicted. So but I feel like Z was real close to getting that finished.
Yeah, that's the biggest point. When the guys in the back decide to run it back, I mean, it gives another chance at a victory for Pressure, because Pressure seemed like he was under pressure that whole entire fight. So it's
Right.
going to be really interesting what type of strategy he tries to come up with here, because usually when you're in the ESFL, when you're making your debut or you're in the spotlight, you kind of get those jitters. So the fact that he has another chance to just calm his nerves, to just cool his jets and just figure out like, okay, this is what Z is going to do to me. What can I do, or possibly calibrate my strategy to just even try to pull it out, even though I have like a kind of a minor shot. So it's gonna be really interesting how because I'm assuming they're going to be using the same fighters. How well Pressure is going to be using that Romero. Maybe he's trying to go for more ground and pound, or maybe just try to stay in the clinch and maybe figure out his distance a little bit, not use much of that stamina.
Yeah. Yeah, this is the classic redoozies, man. JK, LOL, redoozies. So we'll see what Pressure switches up this time. I'm seeing in the chat, Z's pretty confident he's got this in the bag. So I think now that we've seen like a rough draft of how this fight goes, I think Pressure needs to put the pressure on the feet and not let the pressure come at him on the ground.
Yeah, I mean, it really seems like if you're going to play as Pressure right now, defensive wrestling is the thing that needs to be his case, because it wasn't necessarily that far apart on the feet, and it seems like he has a better shot on the feet, if you ask me. So yeah, he's putting forth a good effort there. It's just that Z is really riding those positions and able to throw out the damage. Absolutely. But he gets a chance to rewrite that script.
The chance to rewrite history or just repeat it all in itself. That's the chance that we see here in Z. Hopefully we'll see another great fight. I mean, this is a second chance to see another crazy fight. And we're taking it to the Kumite, which is going to be crazy. Pressure in the red Kumite, Z in the blue. Here we go for the first round of our redo of the final fight of the prelims. Here we go.
Let's see what happens here. Those rope gloves do you no favors.
No. Rope gloves, baby. Yeah, Southpaw versus Orthodox here. That's what we're looking at. We got a nice uppercut coming through there by Z. But we're seeing some shots.
Shoots for the takedown, and Pressure stops it. And that's exactly what we're talking about there.
Yeah, very nice.
Nice.
We're seeing the adaptability.
But he takes his back.
But a submission attempt tries to go, but camps the R2 to get out of that backpack situation. But a whip from the head kick from Z. Z is trying to get some strikes in, but gets hit with a nice straight and a hook. Has to come back of his own, but doesn't really get it. Both guys are just fighting the phone booth right now, Jason.
Yeah, it seems like right now Z is timing those uppercuts, and then here he is going for the ground game. But he was timing those uppercuts with the left hand. Oh, man.
Posted up and he got right out of that.
And Mac, this is kind of a difference of what we've seen from the first fight that we saw from these guys. Yeah. We saw a bunch of takedowns, but it wasn't like a lot of defense that we saw. So a nice adaptability on both of the parts, you have to say.
Well, let's be honest. I mean, you're a couple seconds from maybe losing the first one, and you get the JK LOL redoozies. You're gonna try something else, and this is looking somewhat like the first one, but I feel like both these fighters made their adjustments, and Pressure is shooting for that takedown again, so he's obviously not listening to us. He's got confident, he could take Z on the ground, so wherever this fight goes, this is going to be fun. Because in the first fight, in the first fight, it was Pressure that was getting most of the takedowns. It was Z who turned him around, and in this, Z just dropped him.
And he was knocked down. Z is gonna knock down. This could be trouble. The stamina is low. The head health is low. Whiffs a head kick. That could change the momentum. Tries to go for an ankle pick. Doesn't land. Here we go. Pressure. Smelling a little bit of blood and water, but he's still in the back ropes from this situation. Z is coming forward. The head health is low.
He's down again.
Trouble. If he gets a nice knockdown.
This is it. This is it right here. There it is.
Not land, but Z gets the victory.
And for TI Pressure, it was just a bit too much pressure.
Z all caps in the chat. I am the better player. Okay. Chill out, Z. Chill out, Z. It's all good. It's all good.
What a good one. What a good set, to be honest.
It was we saw it throughout the whole first round. I mean, that's a total of 3 rounds right there. We just saw the combos, the combinations coming out with the hooks and the uppercuts, and it just seemed like with the Romero pick losing all that stamina, he just didn't have an answer. When the takedowns didn't work, he was just all out of options, and it just led to that ground and pound TKO. And as Z would say in this situation, just coming from a famous quote, I am inevitable. just a good victory. He's going to be even in his record, 2-2 in the ESFL. Hopefully he gets his ranking up, but again, his opponent Pressure 0-2 into the ESFL. So if he gets the next fight, that has to be on a little bit of the cutting line as we move forward in the ESFL. But again, a whole bunch of good fights that we had so far in the prelims right here, guys. Starting with Jason, what was your favorite fight of the prelims so far?
You know, it's almost hard to go against a double whammy there of actually having two matches, but I felt like the closest match, man, it might have been, was it Outwise versus Legos at first? That fight was a little bit closer, and that ended up being kind of a stand-up war, and it really went back and forth. So if we're going to put this on Forrest Griffin versus Stephan Bonner type kind of excitement level, you really want to see a nice back and forth. You want to see the tides turn a couple different times, and you're almost unsure of who's going to win. So I think I would have to go with Outwise's game versus Legos earlier. But yeah, I mean, still phenomenal all the way through. I've really enjoyed the matchups, but that's probably what I'd rank the best so far for myself.
And for Mac, just going on that point, what fight in the prelims like caught your eye the most? I mean, we had a bunch of brawls and a couple of sweet KOs that we've seen so far.
Well, so I of course I like the homie Z's fight with Pressure. The first one was real good, and then to see in the way it did and them have to redo it, that was cool. But to be honest, what I was most impressed with so far, and I don't claim to be the best player on this game, and I can realize when I'm watching someone who is really good at this game, and I have to give it to Rennie and J-Rob. I thought that one was super interesting for me to watch. There's so many people. I know I sit here and say I like stand and bang, all that stuff. Well, I still like to watch those dudes that, they were on the ground, and either one of them were in trouble at almost any point. Even when, Rennie would have him, when Rennie had top, he'd go for a submission, J-Rob move it around and go for one himself. That was high level. That was high level stuff, my man.
Absolutely. I mean, we're going to get more into high level stuff because the prelims are over. We are again live on the ESFL Twitch channel and on YouTube. I am your play-by-play commentator, Kingsley. Alongside me is Mac Melly MMA and JasonTheHart. They're going to be fighting in our co-main, in our main event of the night, and it's going to be incredible. And then we have a little bit, some extra special for you towards the end of the whole fight card. So stick with us. It's only going to get better and better as we get started with our main card. And we have another amazing fight for you as someone is making their debut and a returning ESFL vet is making their chances in the start of this main card as we see JJ Esports against Ross, codename Keza. Oh, actually, no, it's a replacement. It's Rasta Reverend. Reverend's coming in short notice, and he's making this ESFL debut, and it's going to be in a lightweight, Jason. How do you feel about that division being the battleground for both of these competitors?
Well, yeah, it's really interesting that they fought each other before. Do you know what weight class that was prior, or did that happen offline, not on an ESFL stream? Do you have any insight on where the first match took place? Because it looks like he's already got one win.
I think that might happen in online world championships. I know they count those, not in quick fight. Actually, I do think they count them in quick fight. So I could be wrong. Someone in the back would tell me I'm wrong or I'm right. But again, on Max Holloway versus a Khabib Nurmagomedov pick, Mac, this has to be a ground warfare matchup. It's going to be a little bit interesting to see.
Well, we were robbed of this fight when it became a possibility. It probably would have been a wash, but I'm excited to see it, even if it's not even the real thing. I'm excited to see this here. If Max can keep it on the ground, on the feet, we might have ourselves something interesting here.
Yeah, let's pretend the weight cut did go bad for him, and the athletic commission still let him through for this fight.
And just a little bit of backstory of our main card right here. Rasa Reverend, he's a technical striker making his debut. He sets up kicks with his boxing, and he has great defense off his back. While JJ Esports, he's 1-1 submission specialist as he tries to go for a takedown right there. He has aggressive grappling and great defense on the feet, and you can see the takedowns are happening, and now it is indeed Khabib time as we are in the ground warfare gameplay. And Jason, this has to not be good for a Holloway pick right here.
Yeah, I mean, talk about playing towards a fighter's strength. Talk about doing them justice and really going along with the style that should be their calling card and is in real life. And now we see him going for the submission here. It's just been all dominant since he's got here. So you got to hope as Max Holloway that after you get out of this, which it looks like he's going to be able to do just based on the gauges looking at this now, he's got to do everything he can to get it out of this situation, try to find a reversal, because Nurmagomedov is being Nurmagomedov with JJ here. He's really being, he's really all over him. Oh, and there's the reversal. Fantastic. Got out of the submission, escaped.
Gets a nice reversal. He had great defense when it came to the submission game. He was patient, trying to flick up or down, trying to not be as predictable as we've seen other competitors when it comes to submission defense as they get back to the stand-up. And you have to think, Mac, that Holloway, he wants to stay in the situation where it's standing up and try to avoid those clinches while he's at it.
Oh, yeah.
Nice kick right there.
I mean, this is that classic, okay, so it's hard to let your hands go when you got to worry constantly about that level change and someone shooting on you. So, oh, and he drops him, and he gives him in the cartwheel kick. Uh-oh. Oh, no.
Wow.
He got too cocky.
Oh, he got a little too... Woo.
Oh, boy.
That was a neat little...
You can't mess around with Habib.
Yeah.
Let's be fair, though. If your name is Roster Reverend and you're praying, is it really cocky? Is it really showboating?
That's part of his religion, man. That was awesome.
Yeah.
I mean, to his point, I mean, Rasa was able to get the knockdown. That will count in the knockdown in the judges' scorecards. So if he's able to survive this first round, he might, like, actually be in a good favor. He just needs to try to find a way to just not get taken out as he gets a nice defense. And now JJ has to feel a little bit of a little pressure, a little just worried about like how he got pieced up as he suffers another kick again to the right and another taunt. Jason, this can't be good for the psyche.
Oh, man, yeah, he's really going after the mental warfare here. He's really challenging him with every single kind of victory that he has within inside of this fight. And every time it seems that he lands a big shot, he's ready to throw that out there, maybe try to get inside of his head, piss him off, make him fight emotional. So I think it's a fun game plan so far, especially with somebody who's trying to keep it standing up. That's usually what you see. You see the bravado on the feet because they're upset about being taken down. So I like what I'm seeing here. We're seeing both styles shine. We're seeing the takedown, we're seeing the grappling, we're seeing back takes, we're seeing submission attempts, but we're seeing knockdowns on the feet as well coming from Roster Reverend here. So really great start. Terrific first round. Terrific first round.
Yeah, and Mac, when you see the replays here, I mean, you could probably count that round to Rasta Reverend, but again, the takedowns have to count for a little bit. So how would you score that first round in your perspective?
Yikes. I don't know. There's definitely no 10-8 there. Me personally, I'd probably give it to, I don't know. I kind of feel like Evo controlled. You know, Holloway had his moment there for a minute. You know, Ross Redfern had his moments there. But I feel like the overall pressure and whatnot from Evo kind of probably got him that round. So, I mean, if he had kept him on the feet a little longer, but the second Rasta had his moment, he was immediately, you know, tripped up. So, kind of puts a damper on it. So, I guess I'd go Evo 10-9.
And speaking of tripping up, we have a submission attempt right here, Jason. I'm sorry to cut you off, but a huge submission attempt. It seems like Holloway is going to be able to get out of this, but again, that was a little scary for Rasa. He's been in a situation before in the first round, but again, if he is able to get his standing back up, he might have a shot again.
And he is out, and he does reverse it full guard. Sorry, go ahead.
I tend to score damage myself personally, just because I think, you know, that's the closer you are to actually finishing the fight, and that's how I scored in real life as well. So, yeah, there were some submission attempts in the first round, and there's been one so far. But right now, you know, we also see JJ in a compromised situation where he's on the bottom now, and it's not necessarily damaging. It's not like a lot's happening, but it's out of his domain. Not really that much happened all the way so far. But there's the head kick. Totally changed the conversation.
Well, and Rasta's doing
back from
and Rasta's doing a little bit better job of. I mean, there's not a massive problem with Evo's stamina right now, but Rasta's definitely managing his stamina better.
Nice sprawl.
There is a nice sprawl.
Very nice.
And we see JJ Esports, he's a little bit on the back foot. He was able to get a nice head kick a couple of minutes ago. But again, these clinches, these strikes, he's just, every time he's going to these clinches, he's just getting pieced up. And it seems like he's just not used of trading as he's trying to go for every avenue for the takedowns. He's trying to get it, but that stamina is getting depleted. And a head kick almost tried to land. But again, Rasta on the great front as he gets a nice combination and a nice body. Oh, both are hurt as a knockdown lands.
Oh.
Rasta,
Oh my lord.
Yeah, we're really starting to see Rasta turn the tide here. We're starting to see him figure out the ground game. He's starting to see these coming, and yep, it looks like he's going to defend that one as well.
Oh, the front kick lands and the cartwheel. Oh, the
Oh no.
cartwheel.
Oh, and the cartwheel follow up.
Oh man, there's another denial, dude. That's 3 or 4, maybe even 5 denials back to back. And the clinch game overall.
Oh, the cartwheel lands. Oh, and that spinning roundhouse with a stun. Oh no, the overhead.
Oh no!
What a crazy end to that round. My God.
Wow.
It was almost gone with a flash. I mean, we're probably going to see on the replay, but the spinning roundhouse just landing for Rasta. But then JJ able to see the mistake because Rasta was being so confident in that situation, able to get a rock of his own. And that gives both guys the momentum as another crazy round for both of these guys. It's going to be mob spaghetti time when it comes to the third round. But man, I wouldn't want to be both of these guys or the judges, Jason. It's going to be crazy.
That kick right there, Edson Barboza would blush. That was beautiful. that was picture perfect. I think right now we've got it at least 1-1 here. I personally got it 2 up, but let's for fun say it's 1 versus 1 here. I think we got a really great matchup, but the tide, in my opinion, has turned towards Rasta here, big time.
Yeah, I would say 10-9 JJ in the first round, 10-9 Rasta round 2, and I'm actually a huge fan of Rasta's fight style here. This is how I'd like to play. Oh, he just ate cage like Ronda Rousey. Yes, sir.
Oh, but a knockdown lands for Rasta. Rasta looking for the kill. Will he get it? Yes, he does.
Oh, that's it.
Gorgeous. Gorgeous.
JJ said he just rage quits. He turned off the stream. It's over. He said, I tap out. I don't want to suffer this anymore.
Oh,
my goodness. Wow. What a fight. What a finish for Rasta. It seemed like he was a little bit of the back end getting taken down in the first round, but Rasta able to answer back with some slick combinations and just crazy shots. He had a little bit of scare in the second round, but he was able to pull off the victory and get that ground and pound. I mean, Jason, what do you have to say about that matchup? That was crazy.
Yeah, I think all of us that enjoy employing stand-up styles have to take notes here, because in that first round, he was really getting taken down. He had his back taken at one point. He had some serious submission attempts, even though they weren't necessarily that close, but a rear naked choke is always serious. And so all of that happened in the first round. You move to the second round. He started to time the takedowns. He saw the openings that was happening from JJ there. And from then on, once he got that timing down, it never happened again. And he started punishing him on the feet over and over and over again. And then when it came to the third round, it was just a matter of time. It was absolutely beautiful work there. And anybody who likes to play stand-up style should take some notes from Rasta right there. That was beautiful stuff.
Yep. I agree on all accounts on that.
Your thoughts?
I agree on all accounts. You know, that's really the definition of hang in there, guys. Sometimes you're losing the first round doesn't mean it's going to go that way the whole time. Make some adjustments. Try to figure out what they're trying to do. And that's exactly what Rasta did. Like I said, I gave JJ round 1, and then Rasta just said, "Nuh-uh, I got you figured out now." So that was awesome.
Download complete, and then we just saw the rage quit out of the stream and out of the game. So you could assume that JJ Esports wasn't too happy about how that fight went. Hopefully he could come back in the ESFL rankings or maybe in the next card and just figure out a way to get back to above 500, as he is now 1-2. He was ranked 19 in the ESFL rankings, while Rasa, making his debut on short notice nonetheless, is 1-0. So he's definitely going to be higher up, maybe possibly top 10 when it comes to the PS4 ESFL rankings. And speaking of rankings, we have 2 ranked contenders ready to go as our next fight is ready. Our fight number 7, our second fight of the main card, is going to be a bathing ass Dono TJ. And there's a lot of storylines when it comes to this fight. Both guys are trying to look and make a name for themselves in the middleweight, as Dono TJ, he defeated Find the Door in round 1 of his last ESFL fight, and he's highly ranked online on the World Championships mode. So he's looking on to put a show, Jason.
Yeah, fantastic to kind of see this happen now. I like how we've seen a nice wide array of weight classes so far. We've really seen it span the sports kind of repertoire here. So it's good to see here. We got DC versus Reyes. This is an incredible reach matchup. I mean, we're talking about something where I think if you can really play Cormier well, you can get inside and you can do some of that, dirty boxing. You can get that single collar tie. But Reyes is going to be a real problem on the feet. It seems like if you're going to be playing as Cormier versus somebody with that kind of height and reach disparity, you really need to get it to the ground. And we'll see how faithful he plays it to a Cormier kind of gameplay here.
Absolutely. As we're getting this fight ready to go in the first round, let me tell you about a Bathing Ash. He is a former ESFL champion. He won the ESFL Champion of Champions tournament, and he dominated the last 2 fights, winning by an early KO, and he's representing the 4D fight camp, so he's looking on to put on another show as the number ranked 7 fighter, as we see another quick knockdown again.
And
Will history repeat itself?
throw. And he lets him right up.
Oh my.
That was just for effect then, just to show a little bit of dominance out here. We call that a bird puffing his chest a little bit. He's puffing his bird chest out.
A Bathing Ass living up to his name, but he's getting hit with some shots right here, but able to come back.
Yeah, he's playing Cormier very well here. He's playing on the inside here. He's getting on, like, throwing the hooks. Oh, and there's a head kick back, though. Wow. This is a war. Oh, my God.
Joe, it is definitely a war. Both guys are going for it. Oh, my God.
This might be
Bathing Ass is gonna lose.
with the upset.
Oh. Wow! Not like this! It happens! A Bathing Ass loses! He goes to 2-2 as an upset has been committed by Dono TJ. What an upset!
Dono TJ just gave him a bat.
Oh, look at that beautiful dodge there.
Man.
Watching the replay, got right out of the way, landed a nice big right hand. Right after that, got the 2-1 there, as a matter of fact. Actually, that's a hook there at the end. What a beautiful combination and dodge to get that done, and finishes on the ground. He played Cormier to perfection there.
Yeah, that was awesome to watch. Oh
Yeah,
man,
beautiful win.
It was such a big win for Dono TJ. I mean, a Bathing Ass was running the highs of highs. I was just rounding off his accomplishments in the ESFL. He's a former champion in UFC 3 for the ESFL. He won the ESFL Champion of Champions tournament. He dominated his last 2 fights, winning by early KO. And then this fight, he runs into the whole Dono TJ just getting rocked again. It seemed like he was able to have it, but Dono coming back with a huge major upset. And I honestly can't believe it. Dono TJ has to be looking very confident going into his next fight, whenever he's getting it. And the PS4 matchmakers has to be looking, saying, all right, if you could beat a Bathing Adam or a Bathing Ash, I mean, only bigger and better things. So an incredible showing by Dono TJ. Any thoughts from you, Jason, about that fight? Any last remarks?
Yeah, you always have to give respect to the people that lose in these fights. I mean, everybody has their own skids. You see the best players, they all go through it. Bathing Ash, I'm sure he'll come back. JJ, I'm sure he was, very upset from that, but he had a valiant performance as well. And here we are going into the next match.
Yeah, but before we get into our next match, we're going to take a quick intermission, because for these next couple of fights, we need to just take a quick little break. So stay with us. We will be All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are back live on Sunday Night ESFL. I am your play-by-play commentator, Kingsley. Alongside me again is Mac Melly MMA and Jason the Heart as my guest commentators for the night. And we have another amazing fight for our main card, as we're going to see Diaz Mentality, aka Maddie 4D Maddie, going against GOAT 1099. And GOAT 1099, he's a former ESFL champion. He won his UFC 4 debut last week. He's more of a world-class striker, stays calm under pressure, and sneaky leg kicks that he loves to do. And especially with a Conor McGregor mirror match, Jason, you have to love that leg kicks are going to be coming out for one of these opponents.
Yeah, absolutely. That's really interesting. So he's just been playing the game for about a week now, coming over from UFC 3. He's a late transport.
Yeah, absolutely. And 4D Maddie, Mac, he also goes by the name Diaz Mentality. He defeated Pressure by KO last week, and he's looking to control the pace, a technical striker, and likes to keep the fight standing. So both of these guys are undefeated, and someone's all has to go. And Mac, how do you feel about this fight so far, as both guys are just put on the show so far?
Well, the number one thing I'm thinking is I would love to see this press conference, man. Two McGregors going at each other. That would just be... That's my biggest takeaway.
You'll do nothing.
Oh, you'll do. Oh, who the F are you? No, the F are you?
Nothing.
Yeah.
Oh, that's great.
Well, so many chairs, so many monsters being thrown.
So many
Nonsense.
dollies. Yeah. Get all the buses out of the venue immediately.
Yeah. I mean, they see an old man, they just both dart for him to get a punch in. That's
It's
what's
on
happening
site.
here.
It's on site.
If we can see it both on site for both of these competitors right here, as they're taking a little bit of distance, as we see Maddie in the red gloves, Goat in the blue gloves, and Goat playing his back to the octagon. You have to feel like he's trying to get out of his way, but again, Maddie lets him back up, but he's getting some nice combinations through, and our guys are whipping, but they're trying to switch up the levels a little bit, Jason, and someone has to go for the huge home run hit sooner or later.
Yeah, I'm watching every single one of these left hands hit, and you just can't help but look for that when you're watching Conor McGregor fight, and they both are, you know, they're mixing it up nicely, though. I'm seeing the uppercuts, I'm seeing the jab come out here, but there goes a straight left from Diaz. I mean, it's pretty interesting here to see whose game kind of comes out on top. Right now, it seems like they're pretty evenly matched, but there's a nice interception from Goat there. Got a decent counter going.
I'm getting the feeling
and
that
the push
Goat,
kicks all day.
Yeah, I'm getting the feeling, well, it's switching it up a little now, but I'm feeling like Goat doesn't mind fighting, moving back a little bit. He likes to kind of draw you in, see as he moves towards the cage, doing his best Anderson Silva impression. He doesn't mind letting you chase him down so he can look for a counter opportunity. That's what I'm seeing. So, I mean, he does not need to back up to the fence, and he keeps doing it. And I'm not going to lie, I do that sometimes myself, so it might be part of his game plan if I'm being Eddie Bravo again.
Absolutely. As we are under 1 minute in the first round of our 8th fight in the main card of this ESFL fight card, but for co-main and main event coming up later, featuring Mac Melly and Jason the Heart going against Phil, the MMA dude and MMA superfan. Both these guys are trying to put on the show, as we still have that coming up. And seems like, as you said, Goat trying to play a little bit on his back foot a little bit. He's trying to stay calm under the pressure, as he says in the scouting report. But Diaz Mentality, aka Maddie, he's been trying to get some level changes and trying to strike as we end the first round of this contest. Jason, what are your thoughts about this first round?
Yeah, it really seems like Goat is happy to play the in and out game here. He's really happy to stay on the outer perimeter, which is really more like how you would suspect somebody would play with a McGregor-styled fighter. Play distance, play on the outside, use that reach, and he's really going for that kick. I mean, it's really McGregor 101 when you see it kind of going out that way. But we're seeing the opposite, you know, coming out of Maddie. Really trying to get on the inside here, really trying to be aggressive and get in his face. Boom, and there comes the combinations as well.
Yeah, from what I'm seeing so far, I think Conor's winning this one so far. So we'll see what he can do. But I got Conor 10-8 or 10-9.
You know, that's interesting you say that, because I see Conor losing right now. I don't know if it's a little bit different from what you're saying, but it's crazy.
What fight are you watching, sir?
Yeah, I'm watching the same fight you're watching, and it's been crazy as we see a front kick just land on for Goat, and Goat goes for the body again. And so far, so good. He's trying to open it up. But a nice whip into the hook.
Nice.
Lands for Maddie.
I feel like this is the first fight we've seen that didn't at least have a drop in the first round. This is a really technical stand-up battle. Someone's going to get, hit hard here with some, something's going to pop off here soon.
Absolutely. And we see the blockade slow and a nice whip, and combinations are just landing for both guys as Goat's trying to land that uppercut, but doesn't get it, but gets punished. Maddie just constantly trying to slip back and forth, trying to find
Goat likes to move back to find a shot. And then this time, Maddie's really moving in on him, kind of catching him when he's doing it. See, every time he lands those combos, he jumps back. Go ahead, Jason.
Yeah, I mean, it just really seems like Maddie is really starting to figure out how to time some of these shots. He's still getting hit with those push kicks over and over and over again, but he's not worried about it. He is finding some of those 1-2s getting through specifically. Ooh. Nice knee. But
that knee whiffs. It just almost barely lands. And it seems like with Goat, every time he tries to go for the body or tries to attack him with a front body kick, it seems like he needs to watch out for like the punishment that he could get. As a head kick whiffs, not a spinning head kick, a body kick. And again, the punishment to the body for Maddie. Maddie taking advantage of both guys slipping, trying to be mirror images of these fighters as we are getting closer and closer to the end of the second round of our 8th fight in the ESFL fight card. And Mac, you have to think it's kind of hard to tell who's really winning this fight.
Yeah, we don't have the truck in the back telling us the strike count, do we?
We haven't not seen any stats yet, but I'm assuming they're hard at work on it. We get confirmation.
Yeah,
but Jason, going to you. Both these guys, Hethel is somewhat similar and Stamina somewhat similar, and you have to think going to third round, you probably need to make third round the best round that you had, because it could be anyone's guess who's going to be winning this fight.
And then the thing with UFC 4 is the only judge they uploaded into the game is Adelaide Bird. So I mean, you never know what the decision, So we got to be careful here. And if you're Maddie or you're if you're Conor McGregor in this fight, you really got to go for the finish. You can't play this last round safe.
Shout out to the dev team. They're working on Cecil Peoples. He's coming through late, soon enough.
But an uppercut lands.
He's got Maddie a little bit.
We're rocked.
Goat is on the back foot. Not much as he wants to do. He's staying calm, but that is a huge shift in the momentum for Maddie. But an uppercut lands for Goat. Goat tries to go for a head kick, but doesn't land. Oh my goodness, this could be trouble. Both guys had a rock opportunity. It's going to get a little bit crazy as the body kicks are 20 for Goat's Conor McGregor. And Mac, that has to be scary for both competitors right there.
Oh, man. They're definitely going to need to back off each other for a second. See, this is their opportunity. They need to put down the controllers and wipe off their hands on their jeans, because I know their hands are sweating.
I mean, you can absolutely say this is mom spaghetti time in the third and final round of this fight. And another straight lands and another knockdown lands. Maddie is looking... Jason, your thoughts of this crazy situations that we found ourselves in this third round?
Yeah, I was thinking that Maddie was starting to take over the fight in the second round, just landing just a little bit more, just edging it out in the points, and we're starting to see it really pay dividends with some of these knockdowns here. Interesting stuff.
Yeah, I mean, it's getting closer and closer. What the switch kick!
Go down!
With the head kick victory to get a crazy knockout against his opponent, Goat. What a knockout, guys!
Oh, my hands are sweaty now.
Yikes. Way to go. Way to take over. That was a close fight all the way through, and then things just turned, and when they turned fast and hard. It's a true McGregor fight. That's really what it was. It was a true McGregor fight. When the stamina went, everything else went. It wasn't really stamina, but you know what I mean. Everything took a nosedive. That was high impact. That was incredible. That was great.
I feel like we just watched Conor McGregor fight his inner demons, and I'm not sure which one won, but that's what we just saw.
I think Oh, the matter of who won, we all won because the fact that Maddie was able to find out that Goat was slipping to the wrong side when he was landing that a feint other kick to the head kick, that changed up the whole fight. And when he saw the blood in the water after getting those knockdowns, he was like, okay, let me just switch up the combination and hit you with a head kick and just put this whole thing to bed, not even give it to the judges' scorecards. I mean, I wish we could see the judges' scorecards to see how they counted it throughout the 2 rounds, but man, DS Mentality, aka 4D Maddie, able to put on a show in the main card of the ESFL Sunday night primetime show, and man, we still have a couple more fights. I know you guys know this, but it's getting a little bit crazy in here. We might be seeing some crazy knockouts coming up. I will say, going to you, Jason, how do you feel about this fight card so far? I mean, both of these guys have been going crazy with these knockouts. I don't think we had a single decision since our first fight of the prelims.
I'm not sure he heard you. I'll answer for you. Yeah, I don't think we have.
If you could answer me.
Yeah, Jason disappeared there for a second. But I was going to say, at least in the co-main and main event coming up, and I know we got Romero next, correct? But I think we're going to see 3 more finishes. Co-main and main, I think, is going to be first round. You know what? I'm going to just go out on a limb and say this next fight is going to be a first-round stoppage, too. We're just going to keep this train rolling.
So, a quick correction. I have to apologize. It was actually Goat who won. I completely just went in the blank say, and I say Maddie won. I am sorry for the confusion. It was Goat who actually won. So, impressive victory from Goat. Hopefully, you can forgive me. We apologize.
All 3 of us are wrong.
Misunderstanding.
That's a strikeout, man. 3 swings and a miss.
When you're doing this for so long, you tend to look at these mistakes. You're just like, it happens. It's the ESFL. That was a crazy knockout. You'd be discombobulated when you see a vicious knockout like that. But again, Goat, I apologize. You definitely got the victory. You definitely show up and show out. Maddie, unfortunate, but it was a good showing by both of these competitors. As we are getting to our next fight, hopefully we can get Jason back in the booth and hear him soon. But our next fight is looking to be an even better one. We are still trying to see if that fight is ready to go. I am not entirely sure. Actually, it is. It could be Romero XVII versus Rock Roman 79. And I got to tell you, Mac, this is looking like an incredible matchup on paper.
Yeah, well, I mean, that last fight might have been I don't know, man. I don't know much about Romero or Rock. What Rock Roman's play style. I do see a few things here. ESFL record is 1-0 for Romero, 1-0. So we got 2. Someone's O's got to go in this one. And then we have
a little bit more. Oh, go ahead.
No, go ahead. No, learn me, bro.
No, I was gonna say, I was gonna tell you a little bit about Romero accolades. I mean, he's part of the EA Game Changer program, so he's been working and bringing out content for people for UFC 4. He is an ESFL title contender, and he beat a bathing ass in his last ESFL fight, and he's repping the dark fight camp. So he's ready to put on a show against his opponent, Rock Roman, who is also 1-0. I mean, this is a rank number 10, this is rank number 12 fight, so very high risk for these competitors' ranks. As Rock Roman, he's very good at grappling. He controls the top position and ends fight with the ground and pound. So it's going to be more of a striker versus grappler situation, as we see Rock Roman in the blue gloves using Tony Ferguson, and we have Romero in the red gloves using, if I can remember, he's in the red gloves using Justin Gaethje. So, Mac, this is going to be an amazing matchup, as we're already going with this matchup.
Yeah. And you got, like I said, both 1-0 ESFL. And then, we've seen this fight. Let's see if Rock Roman can rewrite history here, and give us the fight we all still dream about every night. We need Khabib versus Tony, man. So, I mean, let's see if he could just do us fight fans a solid. Nothing against Romero here, but, let's see. Let's rewrite some history.
Absolutely. And here we go. We're seeing both guys taking their time. Head health being a little bit low for Rock Roman. Rock Roman is doing a lot. Jason, are you back with us, possibly?
I think so.
You hear us? Oh, perfect. We can hear you too. As we see a vicious knockdown for Romero. Romero put on a show.
Dug one to the body after that. All right, here we go.
And we can see you.
Nice combo.
I faced Romero before. He loves to pick on mistakes, and he loves finding his way into the situation of where he gets to pick off his opponent. And right now, eliminating those leg kicks has just been so good for so far. Just eliminating the left leg health. As you can see, it's just so low, Mac.
Yeah, well, I mean, I guess he's using Gaethje correctly because, I mean, he's just, dominating that left leg. I mean, we're going to have to see Rock Roman switch stances here very soon if he doesn't stop those kicks. And that's playing true to almost Gaethje's character right there. Just slap those legs, man. Make them pay. Make them switch into a stance they can't switch out of and walk them down. These are clean combos we're seeing, and that left leg's still flashing. So, I mean, if I'm Romero, I'm just going to cut at those legs even more.
And you got to think that he's going to have to check the kids. I think he gets swept down and tripped. Oh, the head kick lands. Tries to go for a knee, but it doesn't land. Romero is smelling blood in the water with 1 minute to go. But a nice check.
Checked that one. Roman. That's what he's got to do. If he's not going to switch stance, he's really got to start checking those. Oh, but he lands the head kick. And again, Rock Roman, he's going to take a little bit of that. And now you can see the combos are coming in. But how much can he trade against Romero? Romero has done so much in this first round that if Rock Roman is trying to get back, he needs to not trade as much because he doesn't have the stamina nor the head health or leg health to combat this. And it seems closer, but he gets a nice break. Right up the middle.
Oh.
Kick that leg. Oh, the flying knee to end the round. All right.
Yeah, I can hear you. I should be back online, guys.
I think we hear Jason.
I can hear you, yeah.
Have you been seeing this fight so far? How do you feel about that first round over there?
Unfortunately, I just got it pulled up, but I am on board for the second round right now as it's starting.
Let me fill you in as we get started with the second round. It seems like Romero was able to get a rock and just piece up his opponent in the leg.
There's that leg kick again. Drops him with it.
Just being vicious.
Dude, that leg kick is
another.
It's a beat up piece of meat, man.
Boy.
Just tenderize that. Throw some salt on it. Throw it on the grill.
You have to think Rock Roman, he needs to go for the takedown. He tries to go for it, but he gets close and hits with a knee into the face. Tries to go for a flying knee, doesn't land.
Nice. Pulls guard, he's out. Yeah, Romero's really got this one on lock. We finally see the switch stance from Rock Roman. That leg is still just destroyed. So we'll see if Romero decides to start camping on that other leg or if he wants to just stand and bang and finish this fight now.
I mean, he might be able to finish this fight now because he is having that head health blink a lot. Oh, the flying knee tries to land, but you can't make those mistakes against Romero. Romero likes to pick him off, but an uppercut lands, but the body shot lands. Roman tries to go for his own knee, but doesn't land. He's dragged to the octagon.
Yeah,
Romero
he needs to get out there.
But the straight lands. Oh, Rock Roman is trying to find any avenue.
Oh, he's down again. This is really starting. This is history repeating itself.
Oh boy, this might be it. Going for the ground and pound. This has to be it. But the defense.
He
might be
shot. He's gonna survive.
2:20 left in the second round. This has to be probably Rock Roman's best chance to even come back. Just stay in the ground game. Maybe try to get a reversal here. But Romero able to stand back up.
Probably the right decision right there. Oh, the check clip. The walk up. Oh, that was dirty.
Goodness. And I will say, Romero, the correct winner, Romero was able to get the clutch knockout victory against Rock Romero as we Roman, as we see that vicious hook just land in the replay. Mac, how do you feel about that performance by Romero right there?
That was about as clean as it gets. There was never really a point where he was in trouble, and destroyed his leg, got him walking up or had his back against the cage for most of the second round, and just poured it on him. He didn't even feel like he needed to do anything when he had side control and he was on top. He just hopped right back up and got right back to what he was doing, and that's all she wrote.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it seemed like it was going to be a problem for Rock. It was going to be a problem for Rock Roman from like the get-go, because he was able to get some good body shots in, but when he started going for those flying knees, it just seemed like he was out of options. He was just grasping at straws, trying to go for the home run hit, and just none of them land. Romero's just too skilled when it comes to punishing opponents when you just give them no option. So it was a good showing by Romero, but hopefully his opponent, Rock Roman, will find a chance to come back in future ESFL cards, depending on what the PS4 matchmakers decide on. Man, what a crazy fight. And I have to say, what are your guys' thoughts of the fight card so far? Because we're getting closer and closer towards the end, and I know a certain person's fight is coming up soon. So, any last words of what you got for me for this fight card?
Jason, you go first.
Well, I'm still waiting to hear back from PhilTheMMADude, so I'm just letting you guys know about that. But I'm pretty much good to go on my end, so I'm going to just go ahead and go live there. So I'm ready whenever you guys need me, whenever he accepts that. But so far, the card has been absolutely phenomenal. It's been really, really fun to watch, and I've enjoyed seeing all the competitors kind of do their things. We've seen all kinds of different styles. We've seen takedowns. We've seen stand-up styles, and I did see the end of that one with, what was that, a check hook? Is that what ended that last one?
Mm-hmm.
Great stuff, man. Yeah. Really enjoyed so far. I think it's been a really back and forth in terms of style-wise. We've seen some back and forth fights. It's been fantastic.
All right. We are gonna get a quick break before we get into our co-main and main event fights. I mean, you guys don't want to miss this because it's gonna get crazier and crazier. So we will be right back. Stay with us, and we'll get these things going in a bit. Ladies and gentlemen, we are back with our co-main event ready to go. It's going to be Jason the Heart going against Enzo Raps. It's going to be an incredible fight. Here we go. Our guest commentator in the co-main event, ready to go, using a Tony Ferguson pick. And Mac, you have to be ruined for your boy right here.
Yeah, I'm rooting for my boy, but I don't. Should we bring up? So Phil was supposed to be fighting right now, and he's gone MIA. I mean, it kind of goes in with things we've been seeing lately with losing fights on fight day. So I guess that theme continues. And here we are. We're watching last second late replacement. Enzo Rap in here fighting Jason Hartley from MMA On Point.
And he's looking like he's on point right now, as he was able to get a rock on Jason. And Jason's trying to find his way back into the good graces of the striking game, because it looks like Enzo is in his rhythm. But again, Jason just put on the pressure. Again, he can't use as much of that stamina. Oh, and he gets punished for trying to go for that kick right there. And Mac, so far, so good for Enzo.
Yeah, this is looking, they're both getting their swings in, but Enzo's definitely bringing it to him. Oh, yeah, it was a sick combo right there with a follow-up uppercut. Going for those. Oh, yeah, he's just countering. When Jason comes in, he's just getting countered.
And, a ton lands, and he almost get hit with a front kick.
All right.
Bring it, and the head kick, he tries to land it, but does it get it? And we see Masvidal on the warpath. Enzo trying to back away when he lands a combo, but then Jason going to take his time trying to find his way, but he's getting that block gauge low, and it's not looking good for him. Now,
nice uppercut.
Here we go. You have to think that Jason, he probably wants to go to the ground, because I know he's a striker, but it seems like it's been a little bit too crazy going against his Jorge Masvidal.
Well, I'm going to tell you right now, I know Jason enough to know he will not be shooting for the ground today. He's going to be trying to just bang it out up top, and let's see if he gets, let's see if he can land something huge. He's definitely, if they keep it at this pace and he can stay alive in there, Enzo's going to run down on stamina here, playing at this pace. I mean, he is just walking for it. There's a head kick.
There it is.
Yeah.
And so far, it's looking like Jason has found the strategy, as you were saying, try to deplete Enzo's stamina a little bit, make him go super crazy, but avoid getting destroyed at your block gauge.
And that head kick, that lead roundhouse.
A huge roundhouse hit, and the momentum has shifted, as now Jason is on the forefront. The stamina is looking low for Enzo. He was getting success, but now it seems like it's going to be Jason starting with the pressure.
Oh, man. This one's turned out to be a banger. And he's rocked.
Oh, huge rock situation. This could be bad. Elbow. This is troubling.
Oh, no.
Oh, boy.
Jason's just got to stay alive. I feel like. Point. Yeah, this is, that elbow was on point coming in from Jorge. That was shades of him versus Diaz. Yeah, Jason could just use that range a little better, because Enzo's throwing just winging those hooks, and if Jason could just stay out of the way of those a little bit, get into the second, maybe third round, I think he's going to have a massive stamina advantage.
Yeah, absolutely, but again, with the head health and the block gauge solo. Finishes rock.
He rocks him. Walking him down.
Oh, here we go. If he just lands a head kick, he could have possibly changed it. But the momentum, the stamina is so
lead roundhouse again. Oh, no. This was a banger, ladies and gentlemen. And he's taunting. It's a little bit of respect.
This is serious. Here we go. We have a fight on our hands, ladies and gentlemen. MMA On Point, Jason the Heart coming back on the trail.
Oh, man.
But Enzo,
dude.
But here we go.
That lead roundhouse.
Oh, he's landing it!
Oh my God! The beautiful violence. Just bleed. All right, this is where Jason's gonna have issues. If Jason could just keep him from posturing up and just, or even just reverse him, be able to get up. There he goes. He sweeps him over into side control. Jason's on top, and he lets him up. He lets him up.
And just to show respect, and now again, Enzo try to go for the pressure, but use all the stamina. Oh, if he just lands a body kick, that would have been so bad.
There was a big window for Jason there. Jason should have moved in and capitalized on that. Might not have been enough time in the round to finish it, but he could have scored a knockdown, definitely stolen the round. There's that roundhouse again, the lead roundhouse. Wow, this one's really turning into a banger.
This has got very interesting. I mean, Jason, he was looking a little bit on the back, but he was getting rocked. But you see, like a little bit of that replay, Jason was able to turn it to another gear and use the stamina advantage to his advantage as we are going to the second round. Jason, a rock opportunity happened.
A teeth kick right to the teeth.
Wow, this has been insanity so far, Mac.
This is what we tune in for, ladies and gentlemen. Right here. This is it. This is beautiful violence at its best.
Absolutely beautiful violence. That's the name of the game when you step into the virtual octagon in UFC 4 and the ESFL. As a front kick lands for Jason, he needs to do more of that. But
nice
sweeps the leg as he lands a head leg kick.
And
Jason, he has to be feeling himself. He's looking confident now. But he can't be too careless. He can't be too careless. His stamina's gonna be low. But Enzo, no one really taking advantage of the stamina differential. They're just going for the guts still here, Mac.
And I gotta be honest here. I don't know how much Jason's like sitting here planning what he's doing, or if he's just throwing down. I mean, he's definitely got sweaty palms right now. I don't blame him because this is a banger. There's that lead roundhouse right again. He's chasing him down. When he covers up, he's down. He's got to be with the kid. Can he finish it? He backs up. He lets go. He lets go. He just wants that. Oh no! Oh, crazy block! No! Enzo with the cut from the behind. Oh man!
Into the ground and pound, and that's all she wrote as Jason gets his heart crushed in devastating fashion. Unbelievable. Just look at this replay here. Both guys going for the head hospital just a little bit quicker. And unbelievable. We're going to get Jason back here in the booth to just get a reaction for that because, man, it was so close, but what a fight. You guys
I'd like to see that one again.
No.
Wow.
All right, so I'm back. I am super pissed. I went for a glove touch, and he head kicked me. That second round, I literally had my arm out, and the dude head kicked me. Enzo, you're dead. You're dead, buddy. I had your number, and if you didn't head kick me during the glove touch, hey, man, if I could curse, I would curse right now, dude. Screw you, bro. Screw you, Enzo. Trying to take respect at the end of the fight, you're going to head kick somebody during a glove touch? That's as cheap as it gets.
Go to heck, Enzo. Go to heck.
Baby.
Oh, heck. Oh, geez, Louise, man, this has been crazy. It's pandemonium in the booth. It's pandemonium in the chat.
You know, I'm not going to sit here and invite ourselves back by myself. I don't, but I feel like I'd like to see that one again. I feel like we need a rematch of that.
I concur. I would love to see that again. That was an entertaining fight. I mean, regardless of the decision, both of you guys were going back and forth, Jason, and it looked like it was just a slobber knocker between two competitors. But unfortunately, again, as you said, you were going for the glove touch, and then he just lands a head kick into that rock opportunity, and then the head kick lands. You both guys try to go for the same moves, and he was just a little bit quicker. Just unfortunate scenes, but a hell of a fight that we just saw.
I had that dude's number.
Okay.
Yeah, what were you going to say, Jason?
I had that dude's number, dude. I'm so pissed, man.
Dude.
How you going to head kick me on a glove touch, bro?
I'm going to go ahead and tell you, though, Jason, dude, that was hella fun, dude. That was a good one. And nothing you should be ashamed of there.
Yeah, dude, I had that dude. Screw you, Enzo.
Oh, my goodness. I mean, if anyone's watching this from the ESFL, I mean, I would love to see this fight again. I would love to see a rematch. It was very entertaining. I know the chat would agree with me because that co-main event, that could be a main event in the future. Who knows? But man, you could feel the tension here. It's oh boy. And that we have one more fight to go. Mac Malley, I know you have to go and get ready, so we'll let you go. But any final words before you get this whole thing going?
I'm all set. I'm ready to start this up. So I'm gonna mute my mic and we can go straight to the game here. So I'll talk to you boys in a little bit.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, you heard it from the man. It's about that time as we are getting closer and closer to our main event, Mac Malley MMA versus MMA Superfan, the MMA Twitter showdown, the clash that we all want to see. And Jason, I know you're coming off of that co-main event, not in the greatest parts and sorts, but you had to be rooting for your guy, Mac Malley, in his main event fight right here.
I'm not a fan of Mac Malley, dude. I'm not a fan of anybody right now. I'm pissed. I'm angry. I'm hot. No.
Oh boy.
No, it's all good. You know that Mac is gonna get this one, dude. Mac is a great player. He knows what's up. And yeah, man, I think what he's gonna do is he's gonna bring the fight as well. So he's gonna live up to the main event moniker, and I think he's gonna be throwing some heavy hands. I think that's what he's gonna do here. That's his MO. He's going to do well.
Absolutely. I mean, when you look at this co-main event, I mean, just from speaking from when he was in the booth, going for if we could hear from Mac Malley to switch it to 5 rounds because it's currently at 3 rounds. Hopefully they can get that started because this is our main event fight right here. He's going for a DC pick here, which is very interesting. I know he's all about the brawl. And it seems like his opponent, Superfan, is going for a Stipe pick. And hopefully they could back out and we could get it to a 5-round fight for our main event. But again, how do you feel about the DC versus Stipe pick? I mean, we know how that went down in real life, but anything can happen in the ESFL.
Yeah, well, trust me, it will not go 5 rounds. So whether or not it's 3 or 5 rounds, it will not go that far. Oh, he's quitting out. So, oh, man. I don't think he had to do that, but I think he heard us and wanted to do it so he can make it 5 rounds. That's what I think he did. So.
Yeah, and well, talk about this whole fight card and just like hyping ourselves up for this incredible MMA Twitter class that we're about to see between Mac Malley and MMA Superfan. I mean, we both know these guys from Twitter. They're very popular when it comes to the scene on Twitter. So the fact that they're fighting on this platform, the ESFL, it's just so incredible. And like, I can't wait to see how it goes. But this whole fight card, if it's just like this fight card previously, I mean, we're in for a hell of a show right here, Jason.
Yeah, I think what we're going to see here is we're going to see, it really depends because I've never seen McGregor Rousey, as his Twitter handle goes, Superfan. I've never seen him actually fight before. So I'm really interested to see what his style is. I know Mac's style very well, but I know he's going to bring it. Like, he's a fight of the night type kind of dude. In terms of main event being entertaining, you know you will get that out of him. So it really just kind of depends on how McGregor Rousey comes at this one. Superfan. Man, are they not friends? If you're friends, you can just pull them up. Mac is very savvy when it comes to computers, and this shows it. I don't know if they're friends already.
Absolutely.
But he's sending the invite, so here we go. We'll get it going.
Absolutely. So just to remind you guys, this is the ESFL on Sundays. We usually have our fight cards around this time, maybe a little bit earlier, and then also one on Saturday. We alternate the Xbox and PS4 sides. And we're getting close to our Grand Prix tournament to find out who are going to be our new ESFL PS4 and Xbox champions in the oncoming weeks. And after this main event fight, we will do the drawing for the Xbox Grand Prix. So you definitely want to stick around after this fight because we're going to go over the random draw and see who's going to be facing who in the Xbox Grand Prix. But we're live here on Twitch and on YouTube. We have our Discord. Be a part of our community as we are closer and closer getting into our main event of the evening because it's going to be about that time. And now I just want a little confirmation from you guys in the chat. If you have Mac Malley MMA taking the main event, I want to see a 1 in the chat or Mac Malley in the chat. But if you have McGregor Rousey, UFC Superfan winning this fight in the heavyweight division, I want to see a 2 in the chat or put Superfan in the chat. And I want to see your support for these guys right here because this is our main event of the evening and it's going to be a bar burner. Jason, I know who you have in this fight, But what are you expecting out of these two competitors right here?
Yeah, I mean, it is really kind of a classic thing here. Are we going to be able to see that range utilized? Or are we going to be able to see Mac get on the inside? Mac is going to rush the inside. He's going to go very, very hard in the paint, so to speak. He's really going to try to get in his face. And that's why I actually think Cormier is a perfect pick for him. He likes to throw uppercuts a lot. He likes to throw big, big shots. He likes to throw overhands. That was his main cost in the first one. And here we go with the first round.
Here we go. It is Mac Melly in the red gloves using DC. Stipe being used by MMA Superfan. This is the main event. Here we go. And we can see already the punches coming out. And we see a huge rock opportunity. Oh my goodness. Could it be all over from here? It can't be like this. Not like this, but a nice takedown from Mac Melly right there.
Not like this. Yeah, so they're on the ground game right now. We got Cormier trying to perch up with Mac Melly right now, and so we're really going to see the defensive game on display here with Superfan. It's interesting. He goes to half guard there, and he goes to full mount. This could get dangerous real quick.
This could get really dangerous, and unfortunately, I seen him in 3 rounds. Hopefully. But it might not even go to 5 rounds as it's getting closer and closer. Stipe was getting close. But the ground up with the stamina so low, and Mac Melly just rightfully just stand back up, try to regain all that stamina. And the punches are coming out from Mac Melly with a nice uppercut landing. And but a comeback of his own. Superfan gets the knockdown. That's gonna score.
Yeah, Mac likes to end it on the feet. That's why he let it back up. He likes to go gentleman's rules here, but it is not working out his way. It almost looks like he should take it back down at this point. Massive elbow, big shots being landed by Superfan here. Oh, nice uppercut.
He tries to go for an uppercut of his own, but not getting the most of that advantage with all the uppercuts landing, but a nice hook trying to land. Vicious uppercut landing for Mac Melly. Mac Melly trying to get back in the advantage, but again, he needs to find out how to use that distance. But a nice punish into the face of Superfan. Superfan whiffing on those uppercuts, but able to reach out and get a strike. And a nice punish again from Superfan. Mac Melly a little bit charging forward, tries to go for a head kick, lands, but he gets punished to the body right there, Jason.
Yeah, what we're seeing Superfan really land the counters, and he's kind of catching him at the end of his reach a lot of times where he's doing it. It's almost like when Mac Melly's trying to back out, he's catching him with those long shots, and Mac is really struggling with that reach right now. But it's a barn burner for sure. I mean, they're definitely throwing here.
You can see the overhand try to land for but another rock opportunity. This could be bad. Superfan smelling blood in the water. Mac Melly is on the back foot, tries to go for ankle pick and lands it into side control. And this is where DC is the most dangerous. If he goes for a posture, as he's going for the belly, this could be trouble for Stipe. Stipe getting punched constantly.
No. I thought he had it.
So close.
I thought he had it.
Melly getting denied into the submission. No reversal. Superfan gets the reverse. And now he's in a full guard position. This is not where Mac Melly wants to be. Tries to get the posture out. He gets it. This could be trouble. But gets back up. I'm surprised he did go for the ground and pound right there, Jason.
Yeah, he knows Mac Melly's style, and he's like, you know what? I'm going to beat you on the feet. I'm going to beat you where I know you like to win the fights. Superfan he's making a statement there saying, I know I can beat you here. I know I can go for a finish or at least hurt you here. I know he can rock you here. There's a big head kick by Mac. But he's trying to say he can beat Mac on the feet is what he's trying to say here. And that's what he wants. He wants to win the fight on his terms, on the feet, rather than on the ground, even though he can have that. This is intense.
And it seemed like with that head kick, if Mac Melly was able to get some distance as he gets it right there, that could have been a huge stun opportunity for Mac Melly. But Mac Melly, he's feeling confident. He's still throwing some shots. But again, he needs to not whiff and just find his way to the distance. As another rock opportunity lands. Superfan almost have it, but he's whipping. He needs to be careful of the stamina. But the body shots land, and Mac Melly, even though he's getting rocked, he's still fighting. He gets another ankle pick into the takedown. 1 minute to go in the first round. It was supposed to be a 5-round fight, but unfortunately, it's in a 3-round fight. Hopefully, it doesn't go for that long. But again, here we go. A nice flip out the ground and pound right here. And Mac Melly trying to go for it again, but a half guard situation, Jason.
Yeah, he really paid for that leg kick earlier, got rocked, and here he goes for the takedown again because he feels he can get the finish here. He's not having much luck on the feet. He's getting rocked every time it's on the feet, and we've seen Superfan rock just a little bit, but we haven't seen him in the red. We haven't seen him in real danger. So Mac is calling an audible here. He's changing up his normal game plan to really go for the ground here, and that's where he's having his success. And already we're starting to see some shots land from Superfan here. Interesting stuff.
As this. Oh, but the head kick lands.
This could be it. This could be it.
It's the dangerous moment of the round when you just try to go for the home run hit with the last couple of seconds. And man, another knockdown lands for Superfan as that is the end of the first round. A crazy brawl as the head kick ends the first round for Superfan. And Jason, for both of these guys, for McMalley, he had some nice moments, but again, the trades and the punishes and the depleting of the stamina has not been looking good for McMalley.
Yeah, I think the thing is, whenever he's throwing kicks, he's getting punished for it. He did manage to land at least one of those kicks, but especially that last low kick that ended at or missed at the end of the round, and there was another one that happened before that. He really got put in trouble when he tried that. He needs to kind of avoid those kicks because they are not paying off. Superfan seeing him a mile away. Oh, nice uppercut there. He's going for the kick,
this
though.
Is the start. This is our but the uppercut lands in our second round of our main event fight. Could this be it? Could Superfan actually come back? But he does again. He tries to go for a front kick, but McMalley staying in the face of Stipe tries to go for a takedown, but fakes it. I don't know if he got the full bone control, but again, the block gauge is low. He needs to keep his head on the swivel, can't keep it on the same headline. Gets a nice takedown for his troubles, and you have to think McMalley needs to get into the posture up and deny the transitions, but it's up to the clinch again. But goes for the backpack. Will he go for a slam here? Can McMalley get the slam? He's trying to walk him down, but gets out of it. Superfan able to get some defense.
Yeah, it's really interesting. He's starting to find the counters on the uppercuts that Mac throws. So Mac what he likes to do is he likes to throw a 1-2 or a hook, and then uppercut. He likes to do that, and he's starting to time it. But here we are going back to the ground, and he just got him back into half guard. And
he got him posture up.
Oh, this looks bad.
This could be damaging. Bad. The screen is getting red. He got a trophy achievement for getting the takedown, and he got some damage going into the ground and pound, but again, Superfan able to get out of it, and McMalley not denying those transitions to keep him staying up because the stamina is so low for Superfan. This has to be McMalley's chance.
Mac hates it when people do this to him, so I'm calling him out right now. This is Mac playing a role reversal.
But he gets a knockdown for his troubles. He may not like it, but it's paying dividends for him in this main event fight. He's smelling some success and momentum. And you can see Superfan not abandoning the knees, but he gets a rock opportunity. And a knockdown again into the clinch. Will this be all she wrote? No. Oh, my goodness. Both
super
guys
dangerous there. That was close. That was...
No!
So many rocks. The takedown. Well-timed takedown. That was the perfect thing to do right there.
Jason, he's in the top mount. You have to think, he's going to go for posture. A nice denial on the posture by Superfan. Wow. And he's going to get back up on the cage, and he does it again. If you're in this position of McMalley, Jason, how would you feel getting constantly beat back up? But a head kick lands! Head kick lands for McMalley! Oh my goodness! This could change everything. He just needs to land a head kick. Possibly overhead!
This might be it. No, is it?
The upper kick. That could have been it. McMalley is feeling himself with his stamina. He needs to be careful. Under 2 minutes in the second round of this main event. McMalley doing all he can to find his way back. Superfan trying to find his way back into the defensive. Both guys, takedown, lands for McMalley. Jason, this has been incredible.
Yeah, those front push kicks to the face are almost overpowered in this game. He's landed a couple of those now, and they're doing really well for him. But here we go. Superfan, he's got the ground game down now. He's struggling with the takedown attempts, but he's great with the reversals now. He's starting to figure it out. He's starting to figure out the patterns of where Mac's going to go, and he can get up now. It's really impressive.
And both guys in southpaw. And, he tries to go for overhand again. It seems like one move, the head kick or the overhand, is going to decide this fight because both guys are just kind of even when it comes. But the slip. And that could be it. That's all she wrote. Superfan doing the clutch dodge and able to get the hook to end Mac Malley's dreams of winning the main event as we see Superfan McGregor Rousey win the MMA Twitter clash and Mac Malley not able to get the victory for tonight. What an impressive win by both guys. Mac Malley, I think you're back in the call. Your reaction to that fight right there, sir.
Oh,
you're muted.
All right, I'm good. Hats off to Superfan first and foremost. You guys saw going into that, our ping shot up to 700 and it never recovered. So I'm not. He fought under the same conditions, so I'm not going to make that an excuse. But I got to have a rematch, at some point. Dude, that ping was ass. People know me as a striker. I couldn't even get the striking down because the ping was so bad. But I'm not going to make excuses. It was a good fight, and my hands are sweaty as ish. So there you go.
I mean, you guys, that was a heck of a contest between you and Superfan. It could have been anyone's fight. I thought if you would have had that ground and pound, if he didn't hit you with that up kick, it would have been all that she wrote. But again, just the nice defensive maneuvers by Superfan was able to get that victory. But man, I would love to see this again. I would love to see a second card where you guys main event and co-main event, because these fights have been insane. I'm almost about to lose my voice because that was crazy to see. Jason, your thoughts about how Mac Malley did and the main event in general?
Yeah, I think it was back and forth. I think it was really topsy-turvy. I think that you made the right adjustments, Mac. I think you did the right thing. You were having a bit of issues, it looked like, with the range, and I'm not sure how you would assess that, but it looked like he was really starting to counter those uppercuts really well, and he was really kind of keeping you on the outside, and then you just started going for those takedowns and having a lot of success there. But then towards the end, you started to have success on the feet too, so it kind of went both ways. And then he started to get his reversals down on the ground, so it kept it super interesting. Just when you thought you got a beat on what one of you guys were doing, you guys switched it up on each other. It was really nice to watch. It was a lot of fun.
Yeah, we were going for the MMA on point sweep tonight, and it just it wasn't in the cards. And I gotta give credit to Superfan because he's gotten so much better than he was at 3. Because when we played 3 a couple times, and I would usually kind of whoop the crap out of him. So I was hoping I'd do the same tonight. But he's obviously better, and I know he's done some training with the homie. I believe he has with the homie Z. So, he's obviously a lot better. And yeah, dude, that was, like I said, I'm sweaty palms all day right now. I need another beer is what I need.
I mean, absolutely. I mean, you definitely deserve one after that hell of a contest. I mean, both of you guys put on a hell of a show. And this whole fight card has been so amazing to see. I mean, stick around, guys. We still have more of this card, but we're just going to take a look back at this whole fight card in general. I mean, we had Rennie taking the victory. We had Goat taking the victory. Romero putting on the show. I mean, from top to bottom, this whole fight card has been amazing from start to bottom. Wouldn't you agree, Jason?
Yeah. We even saw some crazy things happen. Like we saw Z face pressure twice, and it was a totally different fight the second time. I think that's the really interesting thing about it. It was, who did he have? Anyway, it was Romero that pressure was playing with, and he was really heavy on the takedowns the first time. And in the second fight, it was all on the feet, and that was where Z was able to take over and kind of finish things there. That was really fun. I did see the finish for the Romero fight. That was great. And I really like how much we've seen it mixed up all throughout. We've seen some heavy ground games. We've seen striker versus wrestlers. We've seen those go topsy-turvy and go either way. That might be my favorite fight of the night. That was Roster Reverend versus JJ is what that was. So we had Habib Nurmagomedov. Who was he fighting? I can't remember who Roster Reverend was. But anyhow, he was doing a really great job of fending off the takedowns through that second and third round. We really got to see some intelligent moves there, and yeah, we've seen the whole gamut tonight. We've seen some really fun fights.
Absolutely. And Mac, what were your thoughts of just like this whole fight card? What fight stood out to you? I know you want a rematch going against Superfan, but just in general, what fights like caught your eye of like what you love to see from this?
Anthony Romero's performance was dope. That one was all skill. The Rasta Reverend fight was dope. J-Rob, like I said, I still like J-Rob versus Rennie. That one was real fun. And then, of course, the slobber knocker that Jason and Enzo became. And then I feel like if I was watching mine, I'd enjoy watching that. But, it's like I'm such a bad loser. I'm going to just break this camera right now and shut this stream down. So, no, just kidding.
Well, before you do that, or like Hazel, we still have order of business to get into before we get to the end of the stream. Thank you 200 of you live on Twitch and on YouTube for watching, but now it's about that time to do our randomized draw for the Xbox Grand Prix. That's going to be happening next weekend, so if we could possibly get all that sorted as seen, this will crown our new Xbox ESFL champion, or just dictate the seeding of who's going to be where, fighting for this new championship for UFC 4 and in the ESFL. And you can see the randomizer is all ready to go. So here we go. We are going to find out who is going to be facing who in the Xbox Grand Prix tournament. Here we go. And and as we can see here, very interesting. These are going to be our matchups. We have in the number 1 seed, Dabikin versus Unnoticed Legacy. Very interesting. I know who might have a investment in that. And then in our next matchup for that is going to be Jamie Bucks 123 versus Michael in that matchup. And then the winners of those two matchups will face each other in the semifinals. And then in the other side of the bracket, it's going to be Cody Dank versus Slick Cold. A heck of a matchup if you see these guys fight in the ESFL before. And then it's going to be Styles versus Mangan in the other side of that bracket. So again, a huge bunch of potential of matchups in the semifinals and in the finals. Now, to remind you guys of the rules, this is going to be a best of 1 for the quarterfinals and the semifinals. But when you get into the finals, it is a best of 3. Winner takes all for the new crown champion of the ESFL Xbox scene. So this is our bracket for what's coming up, and it should be an amazing card. Jason, what are your thoughts when you see this whole bracket right here?
Yeah, it's always fun to see these things. I mean, it goes back to like Pride, and it goes back to like the first UFC event. You really love to see a good one-night tournament, and you like to see how people adjust on the fly. What does it look like between the different matchups? And yeah, who's going to come out here on top, I think is really interesting. I'm not super familiar with many of these players, but I think this will be a lot of fun to watch these guys. Cody Dank, of course, I'm super familiar with him. Shout out to him as one of the people that we've interacted with a lot here. So if I'm going to be biased at all, I'm going to go for him. I'm going to go for Unnoticed Legacy as well. But yeah, the rest of them, they're kind of wild cards for me because I haven't seen a lot of them play.
Yeah, and Matt, before I get to you, these just to give a little bit of background both on all these competitors, Cody Dank, Slick Cold, Styles, former ESFL champions, former main eventers, and ESFL vets of the scene. But Mac, also another added point, there's going to be $250 on the line, and it's going to be split unevenly between first, second, and third and fourth place. So if you want to be in the money in this $250 pot bonus, you have to place first, second, third, and fourth. So another added caveat when you're going for the crown. So huge stakes on the line for all these competitors here, Mac.
Oh yeah. I'm like with what Jason was saying, man, like I'm going for Cody. You know, Cody's a homie. He's him and Unnoticed. So I hope to see them in the finals. That's yeah. $250. That's it's like 20 12 packs. So that's good, dude.
Can't beat that. Absolutely. I mean, I'm excited. I can't wait to call some of those fights in the next weekend. It's going to be absolutely amazing. I know Balian and Booster Rob are going to be excited to call some of those Grand Prix fights as well, because we have so many Grand Prix. We have the Xbox One coming up, and we also have the PS4 one coming up soon, as that one is going to be following up from the Xbox One. So a lot of great things are going to be happening in the ESFL. A lot of champions will be crowned, and we will see what happens in these incredible Grand Prix. But that's the end of our show, ladies and gentlemen. It's been an amazing show to call with my amazing commentators in crime right here. Jason, any final words from this whole fight card?
Yeah, I think it was a really great experience. I think what you guys are doing is amazing. I think there's a lot of work that goes into it, from the guys at the top to, people like Zach, to people that run the Twitter accounts, to people like Unnoticed who, been running behind the scenes, helping us out with this. And then you yourself, Brendan, I think you guys put in a ton of work into these things. I think it's really amazing that you guys volunteer so much time. You're putting up your own money to do the $250 kind of raffle there for who wins the whole thing. I think it's a tremendous thing to be doing for the community. And I really appreciate the fact that you guys are doing this. And anytime I can, I always try to tune in. So as a participant, it was even more fun. I think I had a great time. It was awesome.
Absolutely. And Mac, any last words from you from this whole experience?
I really can't believe, like Jason honestly said too, I can't believe how much work goes into this. I mean, I thought it was literally gonna be like, watch some fights and talk about them, and like just the sheer amount of like production you put into this it's very interesting, and I'm glad I didn't mess up too much tonight. I mean, I wish I would have got the dub, but those fights, watching everyone play, like it's just dope, man. I mean, this is super fun, and the format's awesome, and then watching the chat, and it seems like everyone kind of has their favorite fighters, and they at least know their fighters, and so it's just, I'm impressed. I'm very impressed with just the whole final product, like, and then being a part of the actual production of it. This was a lot of fun, 100%. So it's awesome seeing top talent and then having this like almost like virtual fight card. I mean, it's just awesome. Sign me up. Fights. I watch almost any MMA that comes on TV. Sign me up for this too now. So there you go.
Absolutely.
What's MMA?
Oh, you got me with that one. Dang. For my perspective, it like always, you guys know it from the chat. Like I always have, it's always been an honor and a privilege for putting on these shows for you guys, and just be a small cog in the machine that is the ESFL, and just able to yell and scream, be excited about these incredible fights and what these players can incredibly do. And the fact that we're gonna have prizes for people and a new champion crown, I'm just absolutely amazed of what we've gone through and what we've been doing so far. And also to you and Jason Mack, it's been an absolute pleasure and honor to commentate alongside with you guys. It's been amazing, and you guys are welcome back at any time that you want. I love talking to you guys, and you are amazing for this community. I know this community will embrace you just as well. But again, that's the end of our broadcast. We will be back Wednesday with one of our affiliate leagues on Wednesday, and then Saturday will be our next card, which will be the PS4 side, and then Xbox. That's the Xbox Grand Prix in Sunday night prime time. So guys, be on the lookout for that. It's only going to get better and better. I have been Kingsley. That has been Mac Malley, and that has been JasonTheHart. We have been the ESFL. Have a good one. Good night.